Morning, lads. Just about to start work here in Australia. Score prediction for Villa versus United tonight. I'm nervous. I won't sit here and lie about it. But I'm optimistic. I feel like, I've lost my trust a little bit in Ten Hag. I've always been Ten Hag in, but there's still hope. There's still that little bit of hope. I'm gonna say United 2, Villa 1, Marcus Rashford double. Come on, the boys.
Hello there, Steve, Adam, Jay, and Joe. I'm Jonas from Ethiopia. I really hope United crush Aston Villa, but it seems unlikely. I really hope we can win, and I go for a 1-0 United win, with Garnacho scoring at the 87th minute. Go United!
Back again, Pima prediction against Villa at Villa Park. I'm a supporter, so I'm going backers. So I'm going for a 3-1 win, up the win, up the Paddock.
Hi guys, it's Adam and Ernie back with some more toxic positivity. It's our review for the Villa game. Ernie's just had his first ever football game and he won 9-1. So what do you reckon, Ernie? Do you think we might win 9-1 tomorrow?
No.
No? No, neither do I.
1-0.
You're going to go 1-0.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably go with the same score. It's about as positive as we can get this week, I think.
And it's his birthday.
It's my birthday today, so let's hope. Let's come on United. 1-0, I reckon.
Hello, it's me, Dave, the London cabin. No, I'm not working at the minute because I'm in a hot tub. Today we play Aston Villa. I've not got anything to say. I'm going to predict the scoreline. Aston Villa 1, the famous Manchester United 3. One love. MUFC.
Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is it. This is the watch-along for what could be a big game for Erik Ten Hag's Reds. Joining me is Mr. Scott. How are we doing, Scotty?
I'm good, man. Yeah. All
Feeling
things
confident?
considered, I'm confident that there's going to be a game of football played. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I share that confidence. Also, we've got with us Joe McGrath.
Feels like a big day today, doesn't it? Don't quite know what. Even if United win, it still feels like it's going to be a significant day for United's history.
It does.
Doesn't it?
It does. Like not many games. Not many Manchester United or Aston Villa versus Manchester United games. Would you say this is a massive game in United's history? I mean, there are some, but this does feel like it because the run we're on, the fact we're in the bottom half of the table, we can't get a win. It's not been great, has it, this season? Let's be honest with you. And when you look at it on the back of last season, where obviously we finished 8th, yes, we won the FA Cup, but our Premier League form was poor. Then it does feel like this is a manager who is under pressure. And when you're under pressure, what do you do? You bring out the big guns. And that is what Erik Ten Hag has done today. He's gone with, shall we say, a very surprising lineup. I think have we got the lineup here? Have we got the graphic for it? In a sec.
He's only just announced it, so the production team need a little bit of time.
It's crazy. It feels like the manager's last hurrah. Feels like he's picked his favourite players. Go and have a run out. This is my team.
It feels like, when you've had your last day at work, you had your notice a month ago, and you thought, right, I haven't really got to show up today. I'm just going to, arse around.
Yeah,
it feels like who should we choose? It's like, Maguire might be playing up front.
You don't actually know the formation, do we? But yeah, Maguire's starting and Evans. It feels bizarre.
Should we talk through the team then? We'll get the graphic up in a sec. The team here is Andre Onana. It's done that thing where it's listed. I'm going to try and sort of put it into the positions. The lower left back. Then you've got Mazraoui at right back. You've got Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans at centre back. I think it's Johnny Evans on the left and Harry Maguire on the right. I think that's what it's going to be. We'll find out when they kick off. Bruno Fernandes, Christian Eriksen, and Kobbie Mainoo is your midfield three. And then the front three is Marcus Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, and Alejandro Garnacho. So I think it's Garnacho on the right, Højlund down the middle, and Marcus Rashford on the left. On the bench, you've got Bayern Dyer, you've got De Ligt, you've got Lindelof, you've got Martinez, Casemiro, Ugarte, Amad Diallo, Antony, and Xerxes. Scott, I'll start with you. Are you surprised that he's dropped De Ligt and Martinez?
I don't think they've had great games or great seasons, really. I know that a lot of hope came with De Ligt, but for me, he's looked pretty slow, both in his sort of train of thought when he's reading the game, but also his ability. I don't know if the sort of pace of the Premier League has taken him by surprise. Martinez, as we know, he's come back from an injury and stuff, and had the Copa America, but he's been nowhere near the player either. So on form, I'm not that massively surprised. But then you look at who he's bringing in as replacement. Yeah, Harry Maguire got the equaliser at the death on Thursday night, but it's a big ask, innit? And Johnny Evans, who may be one of the best signings that Ten Hag's made. Let's have it maybe. Right, you know, all things considered. But I'm surprised. Yeah, if it was me, you just put your strongest 11 out regardless of form, and that certainly for me doesn't look like Man United's strongest 11.
Joe, what do you make of it? Because there's two big stories here for me. There's the Delicts and Miners getting dropped, which is a big story in itself. Also, the fact that he's done that and dropped his holding midfielder in Manuel Ugarte.
I think that is...
Or you could argue Casemiro. Either of those two are your two holding midfielders, whichever one you choose, and he's not playing either of them, which is sort of making his centre-back decision a little bit more bolder when you think about the fact he's going without an out holding midfielder.
If the future of Man United is Erik ten Hag, this is a bold team to put out. If this is his last game of football for Man United, then we don't know why he's done what he's done. But he's putting a team out there of players that he maybe likes or trusts to see him out in what might be his final 90 minutes. However, if in his mind he's going to continue being the manager of Manchester United, then he's dropped two of his summer signings. You know, the defensive partnership that we all hoped was going to be great now sits on the bench, but for good reason, because it hasn't been up to scratch. And I can't really see too much of an identity there. I like the fact that Manu's back in. Eriksen has been playing all right for us this season, but we've got a quite aging team there in terms of, you know, Evans and Eriksen. They're all slightly getting on. It feels like that isn't the future for United. So is Ten Hag the future for United? I kind of think that maybe this is his last sort of roll of the dice.
Get involved in the chat in the comments. Hit that like button as well. And if you're not doing, make sure you are subscribing to the channel. While we're waiting for that graphic, should we talk about the Aston Villa team?
That'd be the best graphic I've ever seen.
The Aston Villa team, that's almost also announced as well. If I can just find it. So they've got Emi Martinez in goal. They've got Matty Cash, Konza, Pau Torres, Lucas Digne as their back four and the goalkeeper. Philogene, Barkley, Tielemans as their midfielders, and then they've got Bailey, Rodgers and Watkins as the front three. On the bench, they've got Gauchi, Nedel Djokovic, Martson, Diego Carlos, Bogard, Swinkles, Buendia, Young, and Duran. Duran, who's on fire, isn't he?
Yeah,
in a minute. You saw him when he came along against Bayern Munich. Scored another worldie. He's just in that bit of form where, you know, if Villa do need a goal, or if they want to, you know, get a 4th or a 5th against us, they can always bring him on. There you can see the lineup there. We've got it on the screen. That is probably how you'd expect United's line. I don't know. So we said this a few times when we've had Eriksen and Bruno in that midfield. Sometimes Bruno ends up dropping deeper and Eriksen ends up pushing further up.
I believe Martinez is on the bench. Yeah. So
hey, lads, we're covering ourselves in glory today.
My only point
team.
would be is that because I was going to just look at the substitutes that are on the bench that are signings under Erik ten Hag. Xerxes, you go for Ugarte, you go look at De Ligt and Martinez, and you'd suggest that they were great signings at the time. We all got excited about them. And what?
Who did you get excited about?
We were all excited about Martinez, but no, you know, obviously having a year out, he's not looked.
Did you?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
No, like because
I'm not. First game.
I love Lisandro Martinez. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know anything about him.
I knew we needed a new centre back.
Right, fair enough. I'm not knocking.
Right, to be fair.
Well, just because it's a replacement doesn't.
Yeah,
I didn't go. Yes,
right,
you know.
All right.
Like,
Don't get me wrong.
Lisandro tattoo.
Don't get me wrong.
Before I'd seen him kick a goal.
Don't get me wrong. When we re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo,
I don't remember.
I thought it was the best thing ever.
When we signed Martinez, and you didn't even mention it.
Where did you bump into me?
I was like, I was running around Piccadilly Gardens saying, "Yes, we've got the butcher," and you were.
I just thought it was in the catering staff.
No, fair enough. It was good to get centre back in. Obviously, he won titles at Ajax. For me, I didn't know a lot about him. As soon as I saw him, I loved him.
Yeah, all right, I get that.
I'm just curious as to how excited you really were.
No, probably not as excited. What I meant was, you spend a good chunk of money on players that you think the manager trusts. So then you, as a fan, should trust it because he's the Man United boss.
Because this, what I'm getting at here is, and I'll get your thoughts on this, Scotty, as well, is whilst I think we've made some good signings, I would argue the only 2 signings I've really got excited about, like in terms of, wow, that's a mint signing, I know a lot about, was Casemiro and De Ligt. Those are the 2 that I've gone, oh yeah.
Was Casemiro Ten Hag, or was he the season?
No, it was Ten Hag.
So
Where,
he's on the...
like, other signings I've been excited to see in a sort of, to a degree, like Mason Mount. Obviously, Anthony, you're thinking, okay, we spent a lot of money on, there must be a player there. Xerxes, he'd done really well at Bologna, but there was I don't think there was that wow factor, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because in the past when we've had Falcao and Di Maria and all the rest of it, it's been a disaster. What do you make of the fact that he's sort of going, he's not really going with the players he's brought in, is he? I know
No, he's not.
That's the thing. If you look at that bench, there's only Lindelof there. If you look at Ahmad, he brought through.
Yeah.
So they're all like Ten Hag's players. Last season the excuse was that I've got too many injuries and that's why I can't win games. And now he's starting with a centre pairing that he had last year that he couldn't win games with. It doesn't make any sense at all.
There's £300+ million on this bench.
There was a great,
and why did he spend it if he won't use it?
Time in lockdown,
I think he's lost his head.
We had that game, right? We had a game where on the bench was like Pogba, it was Martial, it was like Rashford, it was like, you looked at our bench and everyone was like, that's the strongest bench United have ever had.
Top 5 aside.
Yeah, and then you looked at the starting 11, and there was a reason the bench was so strong, because the starting 11 was like a load of children and resis, and you're like, well, that's not great then, if your bench is dead strong and your starting 11's not great. But everyone's getting dead excited, and so you think there's a reason we've got Pogba and all them on the bench. Here, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Listen, we all love Johnny Evans. Maguire got that goal the other day, and I think he does get some undue stick. You're right, Scotty, in what you're saying about De Ligt. He's been very up and down. His best game was against Southampton, who were more or less a championship side. Other than that, he has had moments, but he's also struggled. Johnny Evans has done well, to be fair. I don't even think that Johnny Evans, other than Palace when he was injured, has had a bad game since his return to United. But it is a surprising one to me, that he has just gone, like you say, almost like, sack it. Do you know what I mean?
There was a great article in the Guardian yesterday, and they were rating 1 out of 5 to the transfers. So I wanted to ask you guys. What you think?
Like Jamie Jackson, or was it someone else?
No, somebody else who did that one. But out of the signings, if you go through them, let's start with Onana. So out of 5, where would you rate him as the Ten Hag signings?
So far, Andre Onana, I'd give him a 3 out of 5. I think the jury's out.
I'd give him a 3.
I'd give him a 3, and that's favourable because he started well this season. If you asked me in the last season, I'd say 2.
Right, but what are you giving him a 3?
So we'll go 2.5.
No, give him a 3 or a 2. We're not doing.
Are we doing 0.5?
No, it's a big bugbear of mine.
All right. 0.5.
Right, don't sit on the fence. 3 or 2?
3.
Thank you. Right. So,
we continue to do this. Martinez.
Martinez.
He's still a 3. Isn't
By the way, the Guardian gave Onana a 3 as well. Malacia, well, we'll go down this order. What are you giving Malacia?
1. But I don't think that's all through his own fault. Obviously, there's not enough evidence to say.
So the Guardian have given him a 1. Anthony, what are you giving him?
I don't want to be tight and say a 1.
You'd be tight and say a 1. The guy's been absolute dog shit.
1.
What that man said. Casemiro.
3.
2.
I'll go with Scotty. 2. The Guardian said
2.
I think.
No.
I think one season he played all right up until we won the Carabao Cup, and he was a large part of that. But after that, he's not been great.
Martinez.
That's a tricky one, isn't it? Because realistically, have we got anything over a 3 out of him? No. He hardly played last year. He was good for the first season, and now he's been dropped 7 games in.
They give him a 4 out of 5.
A 4? That's quite nice for them. I'd go with 3 again.
Do you know why I'll give him a 4? Only because he came back just in time to salvage something from last season, and it was a big summit winning that FA Cup, and we wouldn't have won it without him.
3.
3.
Fair enough. The Guardian give him 4. Vote Weghorst.
Oh, fuck me.
My missus was wearing a Vote Weghorst sweatshirt this morning.
Yeah.
Says more about her than his performance.
Does it get you going? Or
you know what was
Did you request that?
It's not to do with me.
You know what was different about?
I think she made it herself.
Is it Vote or Vout?
I don't know.
Whatever.
It's a grey area.
Right. Okay. So.
I don't know.
It's one of those mysteries.
Yeah.
You know, like the Bermuda Triangle. No one really knows whether it's Vote or Vout.
You know what?
Even he don't know.
You know what? He had the players that we mentioned before, maybe with the exception of Martinez. He tried. You know when you look when we talk about the players
effort.
like
And do you know
Anthony,
what?
he'd get more than Anthony based on his effort.
Do you know what he did as well? He brought out the best in Marcus.
Yeah,
He did. Like, Rashford scored 30 goals that season, and about 28 of them were playing alongside.
Are you saying the reason that Rashford's having a diabolical 14 months is because of a lack of vow?
No.
Lack of self-vow?
Because like Marcus has had other good seasons, and like when he scored 20 odd goals. But if you watch a lot of those games, like you mentioned the Carabao Cup final there, like Weger's doing a lot of the donkey work, innit? Do you know what I mean? And he always did that thing where he dropped deep and lay it off, and Marcus would be running onto it, and not just about that.
What did the Guardian give it?
Give him a 2.
Yeah, I prefer him in the starting 11 now than Anthony. That's how shit Anthony is. And
I'll give him a 2.
I give him a 2. Do you know what did for him? It was just not getting a Premier League goal. And also those chances.
What did for him being a striker and not scoring?
Yeah.
That's always the downfall.
He did
of
give
any
me my
striker.
greatest tweet though ever when I called it. I called his arrival 6 months before it happened.
Did you?
As a joke.
Did you say that? How did I miss that?
You know, from the Moneyball meme.
Yeah.
We'll replace Ronaldo's goals with Weghorst, and then 6 months later we signed him. It was great. Biblical. Christian Eriksen.
I don't think Eriksen's been that bad.
Sorry, I need to get into some of these comments as well because the people are going to be.
Actually, I'll give
things.
Eriksen a 4.
Yeah,
4? I go 3.
I'll get into some of the comments, then we'll go back to this. Fergal McClement says, can't believe this starting 11. It's like he's got no plan or clue, and I've backed him until today. This is what happens. This happens to the best of us, Fergal. Ramesh says, lineup shows we are not playing a high line today. Keith Kelly says, this lineup reminds me of Jose's last game when he self-sabotaged the team. Feels like Erik knows he's done. Happy says, great to see you lads, like always. I've always wanted to pop it at 40, but this club makes me want to go sooner up the paddock.
What a wild thing to say.
He's always wanted to pop
I
it
always
at
want to
40.
die at 40. Don't die, Happy.
Life begins at 40. Honestly, I'm 44 now, and the last 4 years have been as good as any I've ever had. Tyler Wood says, United have vote. His name is Xerxes. Harsh. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Are you laughing? That's
Nothing.
my,
You're not having the best years of your life at 40.
Why'd you say it like that? Like, from
Because
40
you're lying
onwards.
to the viewers.
I'm not though, am I? Since I've been turned 40, right? Yeah,
What have you done?
Got my degree, my masters.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, because you got it, you dickhead.
What?
It's your suggestion, right?
Bangkok.
Also, you know, we've started this channel. I was 40 when we started Stretford Paddock. It's probably my favourite job that I've had. I'm not knocking on doors in Salford.
So
after
employment,
shooting.
education.
Employment, education. My kids have annoyed me less than ever.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
brilliant.
mean? They're
That's
getting
good.
personalities that I'm actually quite warm to.
Yeah.
Emotional
And,
baggage you've collected.
you know, and
Well,
I've found out that woman that lives in my house is all right as well. So.
And
So it's
what did
been
you do?
alright.
What did you do in your 20s, Jay?
I can't remember. you were there for most of them. We've done all this, and neither of us can remember. There was a lot of flying involved in more ways than one. Bok says, fans want Ten Hag out after 2 years, and I find that ridiculous. Arteta was given multiple 8th place seasons before he made a competitive team, and Klopp got 5 years before winning the UCL. Patience, please. I get it, but there's differences in there.
Do you get it? Do you get that point?
I get the argument, but it's flawed. I get it. It's not like I don't understand why anyone could suggest that. I just don't agree with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think there's slight flaws in the argument. I think you look at Arteta's spending. Now Arteta has spent similar money to Erik Ten Hag, but Erik Ten Hag was backed more financially in his first 2 years than Arteta ever was.
Yeah.
And also with Arteta, there was that transitional thing. He did win. Erik Ten Hag did. He won a trophy straight away. Obviously, with what was basically Unai Emery's side, but then he was dealing with a lot of money, like the whole Aubameyang thing, other players who weren't quite up to it, bringing in young players, and I think there was a belief that this was a massive overhaul that was moving the club forward. I don't know if you get that sense from Erik Ten Hag, and you know when you talk about a massive overhaul that's moving the club forward, where that falls down a little bit. I'm not saying this is this proves everything, but it's when you see the starting 11 and you go, okay, Eriksen is how old, Johnny Evans is how old. These are the players he's turning to. That it's not just about he's moving through, bringing through youngsters. He's also having to rely on older players as well. I don't know. It just feels a little bit like there's nowhere to go at the minute for Erik Ten Hag, and I'd be very, very surprised if he manages to turn it. I hope he does. Obviously, I always want the manager to succeed, but I don't.
What happens today if he wins? Do you think?
I don't think it changes anything. I think it would need to be an absolutely emphatic win for it to change anything at all. And when I say emphatic, I mean something utterly biblical.
I can't see that side there winning.
Well, I can't see it.
Too much.
Not too much.
Too much.
As in, like, a 5-6 niller.
Yeah, I think you need it. Have we got some quotes from Erik ten Hag? Can someone grab those quotes from him? Thank you. I'll dig them out in a minute.
Yeah.
Also going through the rest of them quickly. Ericsson, did we give a 3? Was that right? 3. Yeah. Jack Butland gets an NA in the Guardian. I think that's fair. Yeah. Didn't do out, did he? It's not his fault. Sabitzer gets a 2.
Sabitzer.
Good player, but he got injured, didn't he? Rasmus gets 3.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
2.
Fair enough.
I think he's unproven.
Mason Mount gets 2.
2.
1
for me.
I feel a 1.
It's
not his fault.
It's not his fault.
He's done now.
He's done fuck all.
We spent 60 million on him because we didn't want to wait till the summer to get him for nothing, and he's done absolutely now. Although, do you know what? I thought I loved his social media post after we got beat off the Scousers. Was it the Scousers or Spurs? Sorry, the Spurs. I thought I was min that. I actually loved it.
Is he just a scratch? No, he's still out, isn't he?
I think that was comedy gold, that. What did we say for Amrabat? We did Amrabat, didn't we? Did we say 3?
No, we didn't do Amrabat.
Oh, did we not? Oh, Sophie Amrabat then. What are you giving him?
He was a 3.
3? The FA Cup final?
Yeah. He was great in the FA Cup.
I'd give him a 5 for that.
So much.
I love that.
So much of my judgment is clouded from the FA Cup final.
I lost my head with it.
Yeah.
I did,
it
honestly.
really was.
What was your view changed on Ten Hag from the FA Cup final though? Like, did you say after that were you before that he had to go, or how?
I put a tweet out after the final game at Old Trafford when he was on the pitch and he looked very motivated. I think we just beat Newcastle, and I sort of thought I quite liked his energy on the pitch and one of his speeches, and I did quote tweet then going, I've been very critical of this man obviously since getting beat. The Palace defeat was I think my last straw, but if he can muster this sort of energy into the dressing room, we could win. And then he went on to beat Brighton last game, and then at the FA Cup final we won that. So I thought, fucking hell. He's back.
Right, yeah. He's back.
Yeah. The season 1 sort of finishing 3rd and picking up a trophy, playing some decent football. I thought he that sort of Erik ten Hag might return 7 games in. Fuck him off.
What about you, Scott? Because you was a bit up and down with him, weren't you?
Well, more down than up, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I got carried away when we won the Carabao Cup, and I did when we won the FA Cup. But we did the thing for football, focus on the BBC a week before the FA Cup final.
Yeah. Where I said we'd win, by the way.
Yeah,
and I was the only one out of everyone, all United fans.
And one of the questions that was asked, but they didn't actually put it on the film, they said, is it Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out? And me and my dad were getting interviewed, and I said Ten Hag out, and I've said that for the best part of a year. And yes, it was great that we won the FA Cup final, but how much was that down to the players' own motivation to get themselves up for a game that everybody had written them off for?
But did that not change your mind?
No, not at all, because
you were saying we're going to win the league a few weeks ago.
Yeah, because I'm stupid, but But
you must have had some faith in it before we're going to win the league.
Yeah, because I'm blind optimism. I tell you every year, I start.
But that's what I mean. Did that FA Cup not give you a bit of a
No, not so much the FA Cup final, but it was like the INEOS coming in and it's a new dawn and all that. And I thought, right, with benefit of the doubt, his players are coming back. Everyone all year, you more than anybody else said once the injuries are sorted that United will be playing better.
Yeah.
But the cynic inside me, or the realist, just saw how much evidence there was last season that he couldn't get a tune out of players. And yes, there was a lot of injuries. But the performances that Ten Hag got out of the players that he had available made them look worse than they actually are. These still are Premier League, a lot of them international footballers, and the football we're putting out was Sunday League, week in, week out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All last season, you were Erik ten Hag out. Then, the beginning of this season, you were like, right, okay, I think he could do a job here, which a lot of people did after that FA Cup final. That's my point. Yeah. Loads of people did it. Almost everyone I know who was Erik ten Hag out went Erik ten Hag in after that cup final because it was against City, because the performance was so good, because we had players like Mainu and Garnacho scoring who come through the academy. It's hard not to get excited about that. And then you look at the summer we've had, and you're bringing in players. You've got INEOS there, you've got Rudin, you've got all these other Dan Ashworth and all the rest of it. And then from sort of Fulham onwards, it's been pretty underwhelming. I know we had a good game against Southampton, but we've got to be honest.
Did we have a good game against Southampton?
I'm not going to change my mind now, though, because I said it the day after that game we had a good game. So
only once they'd missed a penalty. Yeah, up until that point,
that last hour was very good from United.
Yeah, against the Southampton team that
I just said like the Southampton. Yeah, but it was a good game. I'm not going to say it wasn't a good game.
Well, like the FA Cup has clouded a lot of fans' opinion on Ten Hag, and I completely get that. As fans, we're allowed to allow our emotions to sort of cloud our judgment. What worries me is that you had a board leading up to the FA Cup final, interviewing managers all around the country, and their mind
was clouded as well.
Based on it.
I think that's caused them problems now.
I think it has really caused them problems.
Because I think the candidates for this job, like Thomas Frank, like Thomas Tuchel, they interviewed them, didn't they? They spoke to them and said, whether they didn't fancy it or they didn't fancy them.
Well,
either way, it didn't work. They didn't get them.
Say someone who spoke to me said that the reason certain conversations broke down with managers like Tuchel, for example, was more along the kind of wages he was asking for, and it was just something that Man United were to and froing with, and now they're at a point where they've given Ten Hag this, or they've executed this extension clause. So obviously Ten Hag's going to get, if he gets the sack, he'll get this season's wage and next season's wage now as well. I reckon. Yeah, so there's a good chunk of money, and then you've allowed him to maybe bring in players that the new manager won't want. So you've spent 50 million on Xerxes, etc., and that's all adding up, and he might just be sitting on the bench. So we did a whole breakdown, didn't we, about INEOS and the cost cutting of all the stuff in the back stuff, the staff and all that, and you're thinking, hold on, if you would have got certain decisions right, maybe you would have saved yourself 60, 70, 80 million. Because what about if someone comes in and goes, I don't want Xerxes, I want a 70 million pound striker, that's his name, go get him for me. So then you've just wasted all this cash and all these resources, because the fans' voice was very loud after the FA Cup final. So they were in a tricky situation, I guess. But they're businessmen. I thought they would have made a better decision than this. Yeah,
and I'm not having it that they interviewed Thomas Tuchel and went, I don't think you're the right man for the job. I don't think you can do any better than Ten Hag, guys.
I generally think I've heard from a friend that it was money. It was all financial thing. Financial.
Yeah, but either way, my point is, it's not great if you've gone and had a chat with these guys and decided, either he's decided what to come, or you've decided you don't want him, and now you've more or less got to go back to one of them.
Oh, you got to go back to him. Go back to Tuchel and give him what he wanted.
Yeah, which just undermines you as well, because you've just told him that he's not worth what he wanted, if that's the case.
Right, but we're just presuming that the interview went along the lines of, okay, we're going to be sacking Ten Hag after the FA Cup final. Would you like to be the Man United manager going to the next season? It could have been the case that saying, okay, well, we're going to give Erik so long.
Yeah,
and then would you be interested in the Man United job? There's that train of thought. And the thing is, that their managers, Tuchel included, I don't think none of them would turn down the job if offered, regardless of if they didn't think they were right in the summer.
Maybe, but it's not necessarily turning out. It's getting off on that right foot as well, which is, it's not a great sort of start if you said, for whatever reason it wasn't right, we weren't going to pay you what you wanted, or I didn't want to come now. Do you know what I mean? And now it's like we're going back to them and saying, okay, now we will pay you what you want.
What was the circumstance with Tuchel buying? Did he get sacked or did he just leave?
Yeah, I think there was like a mutual thing.
There was a big thing with the board and stuff like that, but a lot of the Bayern Munich fan base, I mean, they'll probably be happier now because the company's doing well there. But they were petitioning for Tuchel to stay. Yeah,
they did the same with Dillet though, didn't they?
Yeah, but I don't think Tuchel would not be a long-term prospect. But I think now in modern football, if you look outside like Pep Guardiola or maybe Klopp previously, long-term managers, you don't get much more than 3 years in managers. Yeah. Tuchel will end up having like a strop in the same vein as Jose at the board and stuff like that. But he's an elite manager and he's done it at the highest level. We were talking about this the other day, Jay. How many Champions League winners are there out there as managers available to come to Manchester United? Yeah. You've either got to go for the very top that's available, or we've got to get someone up and coming like a Kieran McKenna, and then you've got a lot of the sort of struggles or the doubts that come with that.
I think I was just looking at some of the reports with Tuchel. There's all different reports. One of them is that he wasn't happy with the way the transfer policy was being done. Right. That he wouldn't have complete control over transfers, that it would be the board or Ashworth or Wilcox who were deciding which players we're going to buy. So I don't know.
There's all these fucking point on it, considering most of our summer signings are on the bench today.
I mean, it depends who you read. There's all these different conflicting reports. Either way, we spoke to him. I think that's one thing that everyone can agree on. And also spoke to, I think Thomas Frank was another one that was suggested. There's also been rumours that Gareth Southgate is someone that the INEOS do like. And I've heard a few people saying this. People saying, oh, it's not happening, but stranger things have happened in football. Get involved in the chat in the comments. No, not
Can
for
you
me.
imagine?
Oh
Not
man,
for me, honestly.
it would be really bad. It would be really.
Joshua Bowater says, to be fair to Erik, he's had a lot to deal with. Greenwood return and U-turn, club sale, sorry. Ronaldo, Rashi and Belfast and anti-accusations. Nick Stretford says, our views not got sick to death of Bruno lying on the floor when the opposition are countering. Happens countless times. Sick of it. Akash K, the lineup suggests United will be mid-low block and look to hit on the counter attack in mind. Very concerned, with the way Erik ten Hag is rotating players. Also, we've got here why Erik ten Hag, some of his quotes, get my words out. The quotes that we've had pre-match, I should say. So, on his reason for benching in De Ligt and Martinez, he says, rotation, we have met so many games to cover, so we have to bring them all in. You look at the opponent and then you make a choice.
Oh, great.
Isn't that the reason they took off the best player on Thursday night for Garnacho on this whole rotation? And it's international break after this game.
That's what I mean, that
he's
rotation
just talking
thing.
He's
gone, isn't he? He generally is gone.
He knows he's gone. Right, everybody knows he's gone, and we can dress around it here. And I appreciate that we're on a fan channel. All have to be optimistic. He's the wrong man for the job. He just is. He always has been, and there's not been enough evidence. Yes, the Carabao Cup was great. We beat Man City in an FA Cup final, but by and large, the evidence has been there. We were a toenail away from going out of the FA Cup against Coventry.
We
were though.
Seriously, mate. Come on.
What?
I hate that. We were a toenail. You've been listening to fucking Talk Sport too much. We were a toenail away.
He's not too far off.
I'm not wrong, am I?
Mate, it's not. You're offside or you're not. This whole toenail thing that came up when United went offside.
What I'm saying to you is, but we shouldn't have been in a position.
Right,
but Manchester United, regardless, should not have been in that position where whether that goal's given or not, under a better manager, you can get freak results. But that was just more shit at what's been a shit buffet.
I get the whole thing about the league format. I get all that. But this whole the whole toenail against Coventry and all the Coventry fans, and it was unjust and all that shit. Offside's offside, man. It doesn't matter whether it's just offside or it's not offside. It's offside. Do you know what I mean?
We were lucky to get through that game, though, Jay. That's the point.
We were 3-0 up. It was a.
We were 2-0 up against Porto.
Mate, I was there against Coventry. My son was crying. It was a fucking disaster. It was horrible.
Because you made him go.
Yeah, it was horrible. But I just hate that whole toenail thing that I kept seeing everywhere. It was like, fuck off. We were onside. It was offside. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't count. Deal with it. You fucking moaning twat.
Regardless, right? Okay.
Do you know what I mean? There's no justice in the world, and all that. I was like, oh my god.
In the post Sir Alex Ferguson manager list, are you still rating Ten Hag at the top, as you were last season? Would you say? Look at the money spent, trophies, football played.
I don't know. For me, in terms of achievements, it's either him or Jose Enix. They won 2 trophies. But Jose finished second as well. He only finished third.
European trophy.
Yeah. But I don't know, the one that gave me the most enjoyment was Ole. That was the most enjoyment.
I loved watching football.
And also, with Ole, all right, it only lasted 3 weeks, but we were top of the league for a bit, weren't we? You know what I mean? We had a title race
it was good fun, wasn't
Do
it?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those games at the Etihad.
Well.
But I don't know, man. I think they're all similar-ish. I'd probably go Jose, Ole, Ten Hag. They're probably my 3. But Ole because of the vibes and the enjoyment that we got.
You always had a sort of... We were winning games in the last minute under Ole.
Yeah,
there was a lot of them. Whereas
under
Ten Hag, it's the opposite.
No, it was
you have an expectation
I will say
of when
that
they're going
to... With Ten Hag in his plus column, the 2 best moments post-Fergie have come under Ten Hag for me. That Liverpool game, and it's close. But Stockholm is different because of different reasons that we all know about. But that Liverpool game and that City game were probably the 2 best moments.
Has he not provided some of the worst moments, though, as well?
They're up there.
7-0.
I mean,
like Liverpool.
7-0, yeah. But I think...
We've had some dire derbies as well under Ten Hag.
And the European football under Ten Hag, who is famed for beating Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, where would you rank him?
Probably similar, to be honest, above Moyes.
But what about Van Gaal?
Above Van Gaal. It's got to be above Van Gaal. Come on. It's got to be.
He won more trophies than Van Gaal, didn't he? So, yeah.
Yeah, Van Gaal's...
You don't have to, though, being like... Van Gaal finished 4th and won
I know, but the thing is with me and being the Manchester United manager, and this might be a personal preference, I like people who've got a bit of character and personality about them. That'll carry them a long way. You know, with
Van Gaal was funny, to be fair
I thought Van Gaal was very humorous. His football was shocking, but...
No.
That bought him a lot of time. And I wonder how that translates into the dressing room when you've got a personality like Ten Hag's.
Yeah, I mean, Ten Hag doesn't come across as someone who's, Ten Hag, Van Gaal was funny, wasn't he? He was like jovial.
When he fell on the floor at Arsenal and stuff like that.
I used to do a lot of press conferences with Van Gaal, and he was always, sometimes he'd lose a plot a bit, like when he brought in a piece of paper because Sam Allardyce said something to him. That was a bit like, what are you doing? But he was always good, a good sort of character, like you say, Scotty. Whereas with Erik Ten Hag, you do get the opinion, it's like an impression, that he's a bit of a school teacher, which I think that does go against him. I said this last season with Postecoglou. When the wheels came off Postecoglou, one thing that was in his favour was his relationship with journalists was a lot better. Do you know what I mean? Because they had that horrible run, didn't they, at the end? But I think when you're sort of getting on with people and calling them mate and people like kind of, you've got a bit of charisma, then you're going to get sort of, not better press, but well, maybe it is a little bit of better press, or people be a little bit more understanding with you. But when you're coming across like a bit of a school teacher, and no one's really buying into what you said.
Well, that was a stick that they used to beat Ten Hag with in the Dutch press. If you look at a lot of the Dutch former players, the likes of Schneider and Hullet and stuff like that, they have no love for Ten Hag. No. A lot of it's down to his personality.
Talking of Dutch coaches, Ruud van Nistelrooy's looking like the favourite to come in as
interim manager.
On Thursday, it was over in Porto, and it did feel like when he came over and clapped the fans, sort of Ten Hag went to the centre circle and clapped the fans and then stopped. Ruud came a little bit further, and obviously he's getting his name chanted. He's Ruud van Nistelrooy, he's going to win it. But there was that thing in the first half where he got booked as well. Like, do you like that? Felt a bit like, I don't know, like just the image of it, like Ruud losing his marbles and getting a booking, and Ten Hag just sort of sat there. It felt like a manager in waiting to me.
Yeah.
Would you have him?
I'd have him on an interim basis. I think we've spoken about this before, but I'm not too sure if it'd be throwing the permanent contract at him right away. There's no need to, is there? I'm pretty sure if Ten Hag goes, Van Nistelrooy's not going to go. I don't want it part time. To show how I can do. It's a good opportunity for him to demonstrate what Van Nistelrooy football looks at Manchester United. It can't be any worse under Ruud.
Yeah,
well, I'm stunned by it.
It won't be, will it? This is the argument. You can make an argument for Southgate based on it can't get any worse.
The thing with Ruud, I'll be interested to see what.
I think it could get worse under Southgate now. Like I think for me, that's the one appointment I would be like, nah, man. Seriously.
I generally don't like Southgate.
I think Ruud, you get your point. Like, I think Ruud would give us a little bit of a bump, and it'd be like, I think the fans at least get behind that. The issue you'd have with Southgate, and obviously I've not spoke to everyone, but I think I've not spoke to any fan or many fans who want him.
No,
who would be okay with that.
There's generally, I don't think there is a United.
And I think
fan.
for Erik Ten Hag's faults, and we've all listed his many faults, he could win you a trophy. I don't think Gareth Southgate could do that. I don't think Gareth Southgate could go toe-to-toe with Pep Guardiola and get a result.
It'd be an interesting time. The only thing that makes me worried is that the INEOS are very so you've obviously got such a incredible thing about being British, and obviously the British cycling, you've got the history there. And because he was the shining golden boy for England for so long.
And he's a yes man as well, isn't he? He's very safe, and that's with the reasons about Tuchel not signing for United was down to the transfer policy. You are not going to get Gareth Southgate knocking on, I want some money for a player.
He is a yes man.
That's an attractive proposition for a board that want more control over the football team. Now, if you're going to get like someone who's such a heavy tactician and wants, complete control, a totalitarian manager in Tuchel, then you're gonna have struggle. You're gonna struggle.
Who would be your? And I hate to do this, but we are at this stage. Who would you like to see come in?
I said it last year, and not just because I've got a great song that should be sang in a Stretford end. Tuchel play that game.
Nice. Bit of Bobby Brown. Who would you?
Yeah, I think it's.
And I hate saying this, but let's be honest. We're not MUTV.
I think it realistically. I think we're sitting here now knowing that this is Ten Hag's last game.
Really?
It is, and I think everyone knows it. I think Ten Hag knows it. I think the players know it. I think just don't get battered by Villa today. Go and get a win. Go and let your last game in charge of United be a win.
Abhinav Kanaget. He's been a member of the academy for 40 months, man. That's like day one of the Stretford Paddock. Thank you. Also, just on that front, on the members section, if you are a member, you get extra content. There's a bit of a vlog from my time over in Portugal. I was one of the lucky ones, or unlucky, depending on your point of view, who actually made it without any dramas over there. So go, excuse me, check that out. Bit of Windy Pops. Arteta had 5 years, 1 trophy, and we're 8th twice. Every third year, people want to change. No patience at all. They'll never be the right manager with no time. Erik, ETH Accountant says, "Oh, we lose tonight." I think that's meant to be lose. Hugo Maraz says, "The disrespect Erik tonight gets is criminal. You can think he's not the guy, fine, but the whole he's clueless thing and media vendetta is ridiculous. If he never came, he'd be Pep's successor, and for good reason. Some managers fit certain things well and others don't. Like at City, I'm not saying he would be Pep's successor, but there was rumours when they were looking at him. Sometimes a manager like a Pellegrini or even a Mancini can go to City, can't he? Pellegrini went to City and smashed it.
Yeah, he did
won
well,
a title and an FA Cup, and you know what I mean?
West Ham then, didn't
and
he?
went to West Ham and got sacked, and they brought back David Moyes. So it's horses for courses, isn't it?
I really do think some managers just really suit certain teams. Like David Moyes really suited a sort of mid-Premier League style team.
There's part of me, right, and I've got nothing against Lopetegui, but there's part of me that wanted him back at West Ham, Moyes. Do you know, just because they keep getting rid of him.
Oh, right,
he keeps going back.
Because
I think he's done a mad job at West Ham.
He did a really
He's won the first trophy in 40 years. They finished like 6th twice under him.
Yeah.
They scored over sort of 60 or 70 goals, whatever it was. Like 3 times he was there, which was like a record. Like every time they get rid of him as well, they get rid of him. Then they bring someone else in, and then they flirting with relegation, and then Moyes comes back in, gets them out of relegation, and then gets them like
breaking case of emergency. Isn't
it is, man. So the part of me that's like, do you know what? Because they won yesterday, didn't it, West Ham?
Yeah. Villa can show you that, it really does take a few great signings and, a good coach to turn things around.
Emery's a great example of how a good coach can turn things around. Because under Steven Gerrard, they were dog shit, weren't they?
Dog shit.
Right. And yes, they made some good signings, but also, a lot of that squad is what he inherited.
But it can be
done. That just shows the difference.
He's just done really well, yeah. It does.
That just shows the difference in ability and if you like managerial fit. Because Manchester United starting 11 or our best squad, if you're putting like De Ligt and Martinez name for name on ability, is better than Aston Villa's. I'd say so.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think you are. I think they've got. Do you know one thing? I know it's not exactly the most insightful comment. We just need a goal scorer, man. We haven't got a goal scorer.
Do you think that's where it's gone wrong, though? Because we have got a goal scorer, because we had Rashford's banging in, 30 that season, right? So where is it that you think Ten Hag's gone wrong? If you could pinpoint it to one thing, is it a lack of a striker? Is it because of the defensive issues last year? Is his tactics wrong?
I think,
what has been the one sort of flaw that you think? Because every manager has the flaws, regardless of how successful they are. There are certain points of it. What has been the sort of the flaw that broke the Dutchman's back?
I think totally Rashford. You say we have got a goal scorer in Rashford. We've got a goal scorer who's not scoring goals though. That's the issue. He's not scored goals for about over a year now. Was it 7 last season? Like, I know he's been scoring this season. I love Marcus Rashford. I've always defended him, but that first season was almost like a bit of an outlier. It was his first time he's at 30 goals. I know he scored 20 plus a couple of times. But he did all the goal scoring, really, didn't he? I think there was a big drop off before him, between him and the next. I think it was Bruno was next on like 12, and then it was Sancho on 8 or something. Then you go to last season, Rashford, I think it was 7 in the league, and then was it Højlund was on a similar number. So you've not got someone like Villa have got Ollie Watkins, who's obviously good for 20 odd goals and seems to be doing that regularly. I think that's a massive issue for Erik ten Hag. Is after that first season, he hasn't had someone who can get you that amount of goals. We struggled, and I mean, it's not just that. It feels like the whole David Moyes tweet or the post about we need to improve. Yeah, because we're conceding too many goals as well. But I always think like, how many goals have we got this season in the Premier League? Is it? Let me have a look at the table.
3 against Southampton, 1 against Fulham.
This is what I mean. Like 3 against Southampton, right? You just said it there, Scotty. 3 against Southampton, right? And how many goals have we scored in total? We've scored 5. So 3 of those goals are coming against Southampton. So in the other 4 games, we've scored 2 goals. Yeah. You can't sustain that. Like, you can't compete with that. Like, with actually goal scoring output, you're doomed. Because let's not forget as well, right? You can say, well, we've conceded goals as well. We conceded 8. So City. Do you know what I mean? Like, City have conceded 8 goals. They're second. But the difference is they've scored 17. Well, we've scored 5.
Right, but fucking goals.
Yeah. If you look at Man City, and I'm pretty sure Haaland will have taken up maybe 40% of them. they're scoring goals from around the park. And yes, Marcus Rashford was our main output for goals in one season. If he's not having a great season, then why is nobody else picking up goals?
No, that's it.
Up and around.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't gone out. I don't think so. Anyway, you might disagree. With all this money we've spent, have we gone out and bought a goal scorer?
No. I'd love to know.
Have we gone out and gone, here's a player who'll get you 20 goals this season?
I would love to have seen the sort of potential names on the board for who was going to come in as the new striker. And they went for Xerxes in the end, didn't they? Which obviously,
that's not a dig at Xerxes.
It's not a dig at Xerxes.
Was it 12 goals last season?
It's not a striker, is he?
No,
number 10.
Yeah,
who gave that the thumbs up?
I just feel like...
I'm not digging Xerxes out here, but I'd have preferred someone who could get 15, 20 goals in the Premier League instead of taking a little roll of the dice chance on a player that did okay last year.
Marjorie says, Cheeto, Jay decision was to get youngsters. Yeah, Cheeto is a goal scorer, but he's 18. He's never kicked a ball in the Premier League. And he might. There's a lot of excitement about this kid. He might end up being that guy. But in terms of the here and now, I think that's a massive problem. Also, some of the issues we've had, yes, we had all these injuries, of course, with defence, we spoke about that. But in midfield, it always feels like we don't know what our midfield is. Like, last season, we brought in Amrabat, and he was met with the answers to that problem. And then we didn't renew his deal, or whatever it was, did we? Then it was, Casemiro's coming back in now. You know what I mean? We'll get a tune out of him. Then he had that stinker against the Scousers. Yeah. I know, obviously, Ugarte was already on his way, but it was like, okay, we can't rely on Casemiro. Then it's like, Ugarte is the answer. And now, in a must-win game, Ugarte is dropped. It doesn't feel like... And Eriksen was persona non grata.
Looking at getting rid of him in the summer. Yeah. Martinez and De Ligt were going to be our centre pairing, but now we've got Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans. It's always felt with Ten Hag that he never really seemed to follow through with a blueprint. It's like the blueprint was always sort of moving. I'm getting this player. That's not where we're going to try and move it somewhere. And that's been the issue. And people making reference before to Arteta and Klopp when he wasn't doing too well, is that there was some form of evidence in the majority of the football that you could see he was building towards something. It feels like with Ten Hag, he gets one part and takes another one away, or then that part not work. Or we'll get the two knackered centre backs that won the game last season.
Yeah, that's true. I've always scratched my head around why we were so brilliant at the FA Cup final and that game plan and strategy that we had there, and why that just as completely disappeared when we started the season.
Do you not think though, if you look at that game, that particular game, and the team we put out and the roles that everyone played, how everyone fulfilled that role so well. Like Scott McTominay on Rodri, he's so underrated in that game. Yeah. He absolutely marked him out of the game, and Rodri's such a vital player for City, not just as a defensive midfielder, but he creates so much. And other than that one time where I think McTominay took his eye off him in the first half and he got away from him, you remember when he had the shot? Yep. He absolutely marked him out of the game. It was a fantastic performance that from McTominay.
Did you see him scoring in like 30 seconds yesterday?
And if you notice, like, everyone we've let go, he's smashing it. James Garner got man of the match for Everton. McTominay scored for Napoli. It's just like Sancho smashing it.
Is McTominay sicking him up front?
I don't know.
He was in a great position.
That's a player we shouldn't have got rid of in the summer for me. I'd have kept him and tried to get rid of Casemiro and then the goals that McTominay scored. When it comes to the FA Cup final, obviously we didn't play with a striker. So there was a little bit of a tactical nous there.
Yeah, that was
But
good.
how much do you put it onto the sort of players? Because the majority of people wrote United off from winning that. Now, I spoke to someone who's friends with John Murtaugh, and apparently United hadn't booked a hotel for the fans, for the players that night, because they didn't think they were going to win until Bruno went in and kicked off, right? So, and Bruno's like, you don't think we're going to win it, do you? And you wonder what sort of impetus that gives.
It was such a good day.
That's crazy, that.
It's a bit wild, isn't it?
I think with Ten Hag, though, you go, like, for me, you either have it one way or the other. You blame him for the poor results and give him credit for the good ones, or neither, do you know what I mean? So I blame him for the fact we finished 8th, and the league form was shocking, but I'll give him credit. For the FA Cup final, probably more than the Liverpool game. I think the Liverpool game was slightly back to the wall. Anything could have happened there, the 4-3. I think the FA Cup final was tactically spot on. I just thought we controlled that game. Even the thing of Wan-Bissaka on Doku was spot on. And it annoyed me when Doku scored because it was a goalkeeping error, not a tactical error. Onana should have done so much better with that shot. I just felt for that game we completely controlled it. I thought we did, and I thought he deserves credit for that.
And there were rumours that a lot of it was down to Jason Wilcox, wasn't it?
Again, but it's rumours, isn't it? And it's like, you know,
Some
people say that.
The rumours that he'd come down and said to Ten Hag, this you've got to play like this. I can't see how true that is. I can't imagine. I think this is my last hurrah. I'm going to listen to you.
Yeah,
no,
like,
not going to happen.
I think maybe there's something in that they spoke. Maybe there is something in that they spoke.
Well, you clearly
they're definitely going to speak.
You clearly speak about tactics and shit like that, aren't you?
Let's not forget, Sir Alex Ferguson played Roy Keane as a man marker on Steve McManaman because he spoke to Eric Cantona who suggested it. There's nothing wrong with a manager getting advice. My opinion is, I'll blame Ten Hag for the things that have gone wrong, but I'll give him credit for what he's got something right. And for me, he got that FA Cup final.
One thing I think is missing from Erik Ten Hag when we're having this little focus session here is that hunger that comes from you as the manager and feeds down to the players. Like, you do watch the good teams now, you watch Arsenal and City and Liverpool, and they've all got this willing hunger to be the best and win. And I don't really look, apart from Bruno, and there's not really any other player I can see who just wants 3 points, wants to score. And
that drive, there's no
drive.
I completely agree with you. And considering that from the outside he looks a bit like a disciplinarian, the lack of discipline that you see with our players. The amount of times last season and obviously against Porto where we've gone 2-0 up, and then just allow our heads to drop. It should be completely unheard of.
Yeah.
I'm not eradicating mistakes, even the amount of late goals we conceded last season. That happens once or twice, but you should be pulling him in on the training field midweek saying that never happens again, and then you go to Palace or whatever, and then it does happen again and again.
He must be done. He's got to be done.
He's got to be done.
Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let me know what you think.
I really think just try and sort this season out. I can't be arsed being a United fan, having another one of these transitional seasons where we don't play for anything because we made a decision halfway through. Like, for example, when we got rid of Jose, we didn't really put too much expectation on Ollie that season. Yeah. But we're still so early into it where I think just fucking rip the bandage.
It's salvageable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's salvageable.
We've still got a chance in the Europa League, which is probably going to be our best bet to get Champions League football. Now, if we do get managers that can get a tune out of the team, I think United, Porto and Roma are probably the three best teams in the Europa. You're not going to get any teams coming down from the Champions League. That competition has got to be the focus. Yeah. And if it's salvageable, and we've got a difficult away game there. You're talking about ex-Reds. We're going up against Amrabat, Fred and Jose in Turkey.
That'd be a great game.
But if United lose that game, I can't see them going through. How confident would you be under Ten Hag that United could do that?
No, it's true. It's not the case, is it? It's shit. But this is the 7th game of the Premier League, which means you've got 31 more games after that. That's 93 points potentially to win. Obviously, I did it while she was speaking. But you know what I mean? I'm not going to say we're going to get all 93, but you can get a
lot of people are getting
involved.
Scotty, you're rattling a few people in his comments, by the way.
Why? What is he saying? Why are you rattled? I thought he was speaking sense.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah, you're on.
I won't go for the toilet. Who's rattled?
We'll go through some of these. Evan Sol, Scotty, he had to go. He's playing in a slower league now to his strengths. He was not cut out for week in, week out at the Premier League. I think that was the McTominay thing. Also, someone saying about the point you made about the team coach thing, the hotel thing. Amar V says, it didn't happen, bro. Bruno was upset that staff members couldn't get tickets or travel down for the game. As well. He wanted to pay for them. Yeah, I heard that as well. Random Vid Reese says even Saudi didn't want Casemiro. There was a market for McTominay. I think with McTominay it was the decision like, do you want Agati or do you want McTominay? That was the big.
Well, he doesn't want Agati now. That's the point. McTominay starts today if he's there.
Yeah, a few people pointing out this thing of giving Erik Ten Hag credit for things he doesn't deserve credit for, and if it's something he got wrong, then
Scotty out, was that say? Lovely.
Don't worry, there's lots of J and Joe out ones, but I just ignore them. Up the Motti, I'll read that out. LW on this one's aimed at all
anyone
of us.
Back in there?
Oh, guys, yeah, you are. Just stop the moaning. Sorry, have you watched United recently? That's not on you, by the way. That's on all three. Also on all three of us. These three are so negative all the time. Thank you. Also, someone said, right, in the chat in the comments before, bore off, is that a Stephen Howson thing? No, it's a Manc thing, that, isn't it?
Bore off.
Yeah, we don't just, Stephen Howson didn't invent that. Here we go. Danny Shields says 2 years of excuses and it's still crap. Ta-ra, Erik, is it? Back the manager, back the team.
Who are you people? I would love to have whatever they're having. For
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Jimmy, Scotty,
yep.
talking the truth. There you go, you see. Jimmy.
So good they named him twice.
Exactly. Also, Phobo Sacco Man says, I think we're doomed.
Phobo Sacco?
Phobo Sacco Man, he's always commenting.
Right, go for a wee.
Right, go on. You've had your compliment now. Go on. Get involved in the chat. Make sure you're hitting that like button, please, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes. If we get to 1,000 likes, we will win. Do you ever get to that point, right? I've seen some people saying, like, I hope we lose today. Have you ever felt like about United? I've never ever went into a game saying, I hope we lose, other than maybe once when it was going to help Liverpool in the league. No, I've never.
I think
I've never genuinely wanted Manchester United to lose.
I think because of this game and how I want to have a successful end to the season, then I'm not going to want us to just get rid of 3 points for the sake of, look, we can sack the manager now. I want to win the 3 points so we're not still 14th in the Premier League, which is where we sit now. And we can hand over to an interim manager and then a manager and go, listen, there's the point tally. Go and get us top 4 or go and get us, Europa League football, which look at us now speaking about that. But, yeah, I'm just more worried about the other teams around us having such a great start to their season.
Yeah, I understand that completely. Can and I will save the world one day. 7. Let's just get the king in for the rest of the season. Interviews and pressers will be perfect. Fergal McClement says, I think the buying of Mount is the pinpoint of when it began to end for him. No one understanding it even at the time. I liked Mount, but why was he bought? The Mount one was so strange, and I think, you know what I do as a fan? I'm very guilty of this. Is when I see something I don't quite get, I'll try and get behind it. So I wasn't mad keen on Mount. And me and Steve did something for his channel where he was like advocating for signing Mount, and I was saying I don't think we should go for him. This was before we knew we were definitely getting him, by the way. And I was like, I don't get where he fits in. He's all right, but is he someone particularly that I get that excited about? No, probably I've never really wanted to see him play for England. I've never really been that enamoured of him. And then when we get him, you get behind him. So it did feel like that with now. Anonymous people, Scotty says, Scotty spitting facts again. There you go. So it's not all negative for you. Good. There's some people that have been drinking.
It's 2 o'clock, they're allowed.
Could we turn the heating off? Is that all right?
No
heating on. It's nice and too social.
If you think they're moaning about
the studio now,
all they do is moan about the air conditioning when the cameras.
You're not even. You are.
Fucking warm.
That'll be last night coming out of you, Joe.
Oh yeah, he's cold as well. All right, yeah.
I'm not saying to get the cold air on. I'm just saying just stop the.
Can we have it on 23?
Is that your favourite?
I'm going to get a hot flush. It's on 22.
It's that 1 degree.
Right.
Yeah. Hit that like button, please, people. If you don't know the team, you can see it there. Onana, Delo, Evans, Maguire, Mazraoui, Eriksen, Mainu, Fernandes, Rashford, Hoyle and Garnacho. The big story today for Manchester United is that both Matthijs de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez have been dropped for this game. They didn't have a good game in Portugal. We all saw that. Maguire obviously got a goal. Evans did well when he came on. But bringing them into this game against the likes of Ollie Watkins and Leon Bailey is a big call, really, isn't it, from the manager. Also, as well, he's dropped Ugarte, or he's not playing Ugarte, or Casemiro. So you've got a midfield of Eriksen, Bruno, and Kobbie Mainoo. Scotty, gives a score prediction, my brother.
I think that it's either going to be 3-0 United at Villa or 1-0 United.
All right, okay. I was about to say, I don't know what you've been on. Go on.
I think it's going to be 2-1 Villa. 2-1 Villa. I don't like the whole rotation chat as well before the game. Erik ten Hag was talking about rotating players. We've got a fucking break now.
I know.
Don't we?
It's nonsensical.
It's nonsensical. He's talking rubbish.
It does feel
it's exactly the same as we were saying last year that we were playing some of the most attacking football and creative football in the league. He just comes out with ludicrous statements.
Yeah, I can't. Do you know what?
Harry Potter one.
Why not? It's,
he's
also here for a good time, not for a long time.
There's also
why not
a worry,
just say whatever comes in your head?
Like, I feel like United play in like patches, so we could start this game now in 20 minutes and be brilliant.
Yeah,
but we just don't have that.
Not patches plural, Joe. We have a patch.
Give us your score predictions. Can we have a bit of volume, please? gang. Tactics
It's on 23.
Gaming says 3-1 Villa. The Daily Read Sports says 3-1 Villa, and that's me being positive. Dan C says 2-2. Ross Murphy says 2-2 as well. Joe Go says Villa will smash United. Rashford and Garnacho can't score against Martinez. Don't you worry about that.
Here's a question for you then. Jay, I think I was asking Joe before, and the people are watching. If United win, would you want Ten Hag to keep his job?
I don't think this...
Would you want him to keep his job?
Not really. The only way I'd want Ten Hag to keep his job is if you gave me a choice between him and Southgate. Other than that, no.
Right, okay.
That's a good point.
So that's the only way.
If I just...
I listen, I always...
Do you think Southgate would take the United?
Of course he fucking would.
Don't he hate United? And don't we hate him? So he's got to go to a very toxic...
Oh, here's someone, right, who got relegated with Middlesbrough, who's never won anything, who's been offered one of the biggest jobs in football on probably about £8 million a year.
That was a stupid question, to be fair.
Like, fucking hell, bro.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That's like, would you take being head of Sky if they came to you and said, we want you to run Sky Television? You go, no, actually, I'm probably not qualified. Of course you'd fucking take it.
No, because there's certain things where you probably would... Say there were certain newspaper publications that you probably wouldn't say yes to if you got offered a really big job.
If the Sun asked you to do something, it's time to fuck off. I get that, but
because there's hatred there.
I doubt Gareth Southgate's got like a moral quandary about working for Manchester United.
Because we all fucking hate him.
What they've done with petrochemicals is a disgrace. Like,
swear it's gone up in here in this heating. Yeah, Defo on 24 now.
I think he'd jump at the start.
It would be the most underwhelming sort of managerial announcement
ever.
I don't think there'd be. I can't remember anyone who's been more disappointed. I'll be more disappointed as a fan base.
Even Ralph Rangnick had a little bit of intrigue. Because you were like, ooh, Rangnick.
Well, that was mainly because
who's getting booked?
Sealson was going on about getting
fucking hell.
Who got booked then? Ericsson. Ericsson on a booking after 2 minutes, just in case you didn't need a bit of an extra drama.
I tell everyone the story of my last Jose Mourinho's last game on what was then full-time Devils, probably still on the channel now, obviously Paddock.
It was a well-oiled machine.
Producer Chris was in charge, and on the day of the watch-along, 2 people dropped out, and he couldn't find anyone to replace it.
Yeah.
So it's just me, literally, and the camera to myself.
Yeah.
And
free kick, by the way, for Villa's headed away.
And then Chris, after 70 minutes, had to go and do fan cams. Right. Meet McCullough outside the ground.
Yeah.
So I had to, obviously we got beat. It was dead sad. And I had to wander over to the computer and just press end.
Do you know that?
I remember last man to leave the building.
I remember those days.
That'll be still
I
on
remember
the
when
thing
me and Andy Tate were chatting and we thought we were off camera and we weren't. We thought we'd ended the stream and we hadn't. And someone messaged me and I was panicking like, what had we been talking about? It was nothing. Nothing bad. It was just the inane ramblings of me and Andy Tate.
Were you upset that Jose got sacked at that point?
Oh no, I feel like
United on the counter.
The writing was on.
Rashford down the left-hand side here. Garnacho's breaking through into the middle. Rashford inside the box.
Come on.
Marcus. It's a good save from Martinez. Good effort that from Marcus Rashford. Well done, lad.
Great save, but fucking great effort.
Have you ever? I asked this before, Scotty. Have you ever been in a situation where you've wanted United to lose for the greater good?
No.
Me neither. Me and Joe said the same thing. I asked that because some people in the chat were saying that.
I think the closest they've ever come to it. I think there was a time maybe last season where I think we were playing City and they were close to Liverpool or one of the seasons, and that was the only time I want United to draw.
When United lost, and I was like,
yeah, I'm not going to celebrate, but I'm not going to cry.
We've
That's
lost.
it.
Where did you stand on Jose? You quite liked him, didn't you?
I love Jose Mourinho. I think Jose Mourinho obviously threw his toys out of the pram when he didn't get what he wanted with the sort of Harry Maguire signing. There was a lot of you talk about like toxicity in the dressing room, and there's a lot of players that I don't think Jose got on with, the likes of Lingard and Pogba, which caused problems for what he wanted to do at United. But for me, he is United's best manager post Sir Alex Ferguson. But when it came to the end, he wanted to go.
He was sabotaging the team. If you remember that Liverpool game.
He went out exactly as I'd go out.
Yeah.
Do you know? You know
remember when
was
it at West Ham as well, where we had 3 centre backs, one of whom was Scott McTominay,
and
the other one was and he took Lindelof off.
Mad.
And left McTominay.
He could only make it more obvious that he was trying to sabotage his job by playing De Gea up front.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It was like, what can I get away with without obviously it being like blatantly
which isn't going to stop me getting my severance pay.
Like that Liverpool game. Like
That was it.
He
That
took
was a
Delo off,
crazy
didn't he?
game,
When
yeah.
it was like Andy Robertson was getting down on the left-hand side, Delo was stopping him, so he took him off.
Yeah, he said, what are you doing your job for? And that was the last time Delo had a great performance. No, it wasn't.
Wow.
Great,
Delo wasn't. Delo wasn't.
Dave Lister, welcome to the Academy. You're in for a treat, Dave. You can go and check out extra content on the members section.
How long have we had Delo for?
Very long time, hasn't it?
We bought him, Scotty pointed out before, when we finished second to City by 19 points, United knew the answer was Fred. Delo and Lee Grant.
Do you remember Tay was brilliant on that? Webby was brilliant on that. Because that was one of his...
Do you know what my favourite thing Webby used to say? And I love it. I love Webby. He's one of the greatest guys ever. He used to say all the time, you'd be filming him, and he'd say, outside the Old Trafford or wherever, Old Trafford we go, and you can put this on camera.
Yeah, you go.
I'm not going in that ground again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's good we can put it on camera, because you're out on camera.
Come with a bowl of soup.
We're literally filming you. Yeah, that was it. Went with a bowl of soup. Webby nearly killed me in jail once.
Where do you get a lot of people sort of
Killed us with laughter.
It might not be Ten Hag sort of, inners anymore, but the excuse has been a lot of time that the players are throwing him under the bus. And you hear that a lot when it comes towards the end of days with managers. How much do you actually put down to the players?
Sorry, just before I answer that, and I will answer that. I Am Me gifted 50 Stretford Paddock memberships. Thank you. Little round of applause. 50 memberships. Our members keep us going. Yeah, I Am Me. Fantastic. As Villa attacking now. I thought he'd scored there.
That was him.
That looked like it was a rocket into the net then, didn't it?
I Am Me, that is an amazing gift there. And also, go and check out extra content on the members section. Oh, do you know what we used to do on members? Sorry, I know you asked me a question. But we used to do the fantasy football thing, me and Joe. Right? I did, what is it where you change your whole team? Is it free
Wild
hit?
card.
Free hit.
Free hit.
And I took out my team. Kovacic. Havertz. And someone else who scored, I can't remember who it was.
Oh, it's a decent little ball out, come on.
I had an absolute nightmare. Do you know who was my saving grace for my team? Mikel Antonio. I put him in because I'd run out of money. He was my only goal scorer. Sorry, what was your question? Okay.
How much do you put down to the players, this whole throwing the manager under the bus for?
Can I be honest with you? This time round, I don't think that is the players throwing the manager under the bus. I don't think they have. I think he's just getting things wrong. I don't think they've down tools on him.
There's been enough sort of when like fighting towards the end of the games.
Yeah,
and stuff
like do you know, go back to that Liverpool game, and that was a team fighting. That was a team who was up for it. Not the 4-3, not obviously the one we just lost. But I didn't see a team that had down tools for me. I just think that there's a team that's. I put a lot of it down to injuries last season. This season though, you can't really say that, and I think a lot of it's just. He's getting things wrong, innit?
We were discussing this on Scotty and Marty last week about when Andy Mitten said that 5 players after the game.
I think it was 6. Actually.
6 players after the game at the FA Cup final said that he asked, "Do you think Ten Hag will stay or go?" And they seemed pretty indifferent.
Yeah.
But a lot of them said that if he's got to stay, then some things have to change. Yeah. And it'd be interesting. Should this be his last day, what sort of comes out in the aftermath in terms of the leaks, him saying he was doing this and doing that? Because you look at a player like Rashford. Do you think there's any sort of link between Højlund coming in and Rashford's goals falling aside? I think a lot of Rashford's performances is down to Delo, as we're talking down there, and not having a Luke Shaw behind him, because Rashford's a different player with that.
I think that's a really good point about Marcus Rashford. Also, as well, just on the Andy Mitten thing, he's doing a Kilimanjaro trek, I think, to raise money for the United Foundation.
Nice.
We donated, so I'll put a little link in there in the chat if anyone wants to donate. You can go and support a good cause.
He's climbing up Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, I think he's going today after the game. I think him and Brian Robson are going up Kilimanjaro. My mate did that. Took a Glazers out flag up there.
What, up Kilimanjaro?
Yeah, you might have seen it. It was in Even News and that covered it. Mate, it went.
You ever gone up a mountain or anything?
Not a mountain, a hill.
I'm not asked about a hill, am
It's
I?
a big hill near my house. I've been up there. Yeah. Have you done a mountain? Have you?
Nah, it's on the bucket list.
Scotty has, haven't you?
I make my own.
You make
your own mountain. What mountain did you go up?
I've been in the Himalayas.
Ah, man.
Mate. Hey? Himalayas.
Himalayas?
Hey? Lived there for a bit.
You lived up a mountain?
Yeah.
What was the signal like?
What was the signal? Oh, it's terrible. The air conditioning was horrible as well up there.
Yeah. Too hot.
That seems like something you do going up mountains or something.
Going up mountains?
What was it you and Joe Smith were doing the other week? Was it abseiling down Aston or something?
Yeah, it was the B&Q.
Oh, sorry.
No, it wasn't.
How dare I?
I'm joking.
What did you
It
make?
was the Trafford Centre.
Oh, why?
Do you know what made me laugh, right, about that? Is me and Joe, right, we work together every day. We talk constantly, right? Not even when we're not working, we were chatting to each other on the phone or whatever. And, like, he didn't tell me anything about this until, like, 2 days after he'd done it. And he just drops it in a conversation, like, went, oh, yeah, I did it when I was abseiling down Traff. And I went, what? And he went, oh, yeah, on the weekend I abseiled down the Trafford Centre. Joe McGrath.
What was that for?
Someone said,
what?
can we do it? Can we abseil down the Trafford Centre for charity? They'd sort it out.
It's not that high, though, is it? It's not really.
No.
It's not the Arndale.
Can I tell you what?
It's not, is it?
Can I
That's the most
say,
Scott thing I've ever heard in my
Can I
life.
tell you, I agree
Do you know
with
what?
you.
It's not that high, is it? That's just typical you,
It's not
Scotty. I love that.
Kilimanjaro.
I agree with you.
Yeah, the Trafford Centre, that must have been hard. This broke with it. Fucking hell.
It is only 2 floors, isn't it?
I'm saying it took you all 12 seconds, did
Okay,
it?
now what did you do is jump.
The ropes broke. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
You'll be fine.
Oh, man.
Wait, what was that in Adolf? What was
So, 2 things. Yes, the Trafford Centre isn't very high, is it?
I never thought of that.
But it was the sort of
It didn't look
it was
scary,
the pokey bit that comes out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You sell it, you're on the
Like the tower.
All right.
It's in that new bit, in it. In that
Yeah,
new bit,
yeah, the new bit.
I can't forget.
But
what it's called.
yeah,
I went there today because I was running near there and I needed the toilet.
It wasn't like a sky. What you ran into the Trafford Centre for a week?
No, I was that new bit, the other bit, not
Yeah.
the actual Trafford Centre.
Palazzo bit.
Yeah, I go running down the canal and
Get to the Trafford Centre, yeah.
I did that a couple of, was it last year, skydiving? That was
Wow. What? Wow.
Yeah.
See, I hate things like
That
Whereabouts?
was mint. In outside of Preston. Me and my brother bought him for his birthday.
That's decent. That. So it was in aid of charity then.
Yeah,
You
St.
arranged it,
Francis
didn't you?
House.
Because he made it out like you sort of.
I did throw him under the bus a bit.
Yeah.
But-
what was this as well? It's on in front of the bus. This tug of war thing that you did, pulling a truck.
Yeah, we had
thing.
to pull a bus
I
as
heard
well.
you didn't put much effort in. This is what I got told.
What happened was...
I got told off. I'm not naming names. Ethan and Joe
Yeah.
told me that you might not have been pulling as hard as you could have been.
What happened was, essentially, we had to pull a bus for 50 metres, and I got my positioning all wrong, and I just basically stood up for about, and I was trying to help. I was trying to help, but I realised I really did fuck it. I couldn't stand up with it.
Oh, United could be Alejandro Garnacho getting in behind the defenders, but they've got back into position, and he's been tackled there.
But yeah, so that's been our charity.
You're always you're a dark horse, you guy. You're always up to something.
Yeah, but we get emails like, "Oh, do you fancy doing this? Do you fancy doing that?" So like, someone went, "Oh, do you fancy abseiling?" I was unfortunately away at a festival.
Is the offer? Yeah. Right. Oh, so you didn't do the abseiling?
No, I just signed Joe up.
Mate, that's terrible. So you signed him up to do something that you weren't there for?
Yeah, but I was at Glastonbury.
Oh, in that case, fine. But why not just not do it then?
Because we raised 600 quid.
He raised 600 quid.
Yeah.
You
That
didn't
was a
raise anything.
podcast.
No. Joel Smith's like charity agent.
Hit that like button, please, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Get involved in the chat and the comments and let us know what you think. Thank you, everyone, as well, who's joined the membership. Thank you to I Am Me. I'm going to keep praising that person for
50, that's amazing.
gifting 50 memberships. That is phenomenal. Bruno there on the deck. He's just got up, though. Don't worry. Yuri Tillman's caught him. So far, so, to be honest with you. Not really much happening. United have had a chance. Villa have had a chance. We have a weirdly good record against Villa, didn't we?
Did we beat them
beat
twice
home and away last season.
Yeah.
Which is
odd. Boxing Day.
They've only lost 2 in 13 or something.
Really?
I think, yeah.
So, considering that Villa have had their act together and then summoned at Unai Emery, that's quite impressive. And considering how poor we were last season.
It was in Boxing Day last year, wasn't it? Where was it like a great 3-2? Am I right in thinking that?
A 3-2 seems to be a popular scoreline against Villa. I remember, was it Chicharito game 3-2 as well?
Fuck me, what a waste of a free kick. What a fucking waste. United had a free kick, they piled everyone in the box.
Eriksen was a good ball, ain't it? No.
Nearly ate my words then when that.
Yeah, commentator's curse.
But no,
Harry Maguire's. Is that Harry Maguire there? Is like left wing?
He's going for it.
Go on, Maguire. Go on, the boy.
Leicester City's 2018 partnership.
The thing is, right, with Maguire, I don't mind Maguire. I think he gets undue stick, yeah. And when it's like Maguire's coming for Delits and Miners, it's not like, I'm hating on Maguire. I just think that if you're a manager and you've brought in Delits and Miners, those two of your marquee signings, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is a game that pretty much everyone thinks you've got to win. That is the surprising thing for me, where you've gone, no, we're going to go to the guy that, I basically took the armband off and replaced. So, yeah, that was why.
Oh, it's nice.
Hey, could be in here. Hoyland, is
it's
it?
too
Bad
big of a
touch.
touch.
That bad touch, son.
Fuck me.
He's acknowledged it.
It was a very bad touch.
Yeah, he's
It's a
timed
good
his
run, though.
It's this touch here. He just knocks it towards the defender and gives the defender an easy job. Bruno's having a go at him in the middle there. He needed to be a bit better there, Rasmus Højlund. But United...
It's not been the worst of starts.
No, it hasn't, to be fair. There.
As expected.
Yeah. It helps when the bar's so low that you're thinking, you know what?
We're not getting beaten. It's 15 minutes in.
What's going on? I'm doing better than we did against Spurs. That was hard to take. Was it 2 minutes?
That was a hard game, that.
You see, Palace yesterday against Liverpool was 26 seconds, but it was offside.
Fuck.
I was like, mate, I was like, my element. It was like Eddie Nketiah, 26 seconds, like, oh my God. And then it was like, when you watch the replay, it was like, it's at least 2 offside. And you're like, for fuck's sake. It's not even like one of those dodgy ones where VAR has to get involved. It's like, no, he's well offside. It's annoying as well because Liverpool looking good under Slot.
Yeah.
They have had some luck, to be honest, but still they've won all
we've got,
one of the
we've
games,
got
I think, is
no
it?
luck and looking bad.
Yeah, both.
So,
double barrels.
Double barrel. Oof.
United just passing it about here now, on the back. We interviewed Harry Maguire during lockdown for Devils, I think it was. It was part of a Puma thing to do like, right, we're going to film an advert for Puma. You can interview Harry Maguire. So we said, all right, how long we got with him? And he said, like, 20 minutes, whatever. I was
That's
like,
good,
yeah, that's all right. So me and McCall went down there, met him. I thought he was proper sound, to be fair. And also, he had, like, his agent or whoever was there looking after him. But they were sound as well. There was no, like, mither about the questions or... sometimes you do those things and it's like, don't ask him that, or we've only got 10 minutes because we've overrun or whatever. He was proper chill. He was all right. And we did a little fun quiz about captains as well because he was captain at the time. And I thought he was okay. McCall was like, said he was a bit boring, but I thought he was on his sound. But then it was just before lockdown, actually. I think we just beaten Watford 3-0 and he'd scored as well. And then I think it was just before the Spurs game, which was the first game called off because of COVID or postponed because of COVID. Anyway, it was all part of this Puma thing. So we had to introduce it. He's here filming for the new boot, and he's all that sort of capitalist nonsense that we have to do. Anyway, they kept postponing it with us. Said, "Oh, we can't put it out yet." And then they brought out a new boot, and they were like, "We can't use it because we brought."
So you couldn't actually use the content.
We said you can't use it because we brought out a new boot, and we don't want to promote that old boot.
Oh shit!
We want everyone buying the new one. And I didn't know what the legal sort of thing was there. Like, can we just say, well, it's tough shit, we're going to use it?
Yeah.
Like, just do the interview.
Yeah, but I didn't want to get into one with him. And also, you don't want to sort of piss people off.
Yeah. Puma, like a bit of
so it was a bit annoying.
So that's the unreleased demos?
Yeah, the unreleased. I don't even know if we've still got it. Might have done somewhere in the
archives, yeah.
But it was a shame because it was a decent interview. Did you see that clip that was doing the rounds of McCullough and Ravel Morrison?
Yeah, why was it?
Whoa!
Why was it doing the rounds again?
I think it's that No Context Fan TV or whatever it is. They always like to clip things up of fan channels and
some of it is funny.
Mock or celebrate depending on which clip it is. But there was a thing. They clipped up the bits of McCullough trying to sort of avoid the fact that Ravel Morrison was an Arsenal fan. So because Ravel kept saying he was an Arsenal fan and Maka was like, not really, or whatever. Right, or come on, don't be on that one. Forget that. Like United fans love you or whatever. But it was a really good interview because Ravel Morrison was here to do something with Rio, and we just grabbed him. McCullough just grabbed him and said, "Can we chat to you?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So he came to the studio. He was upstairs. He came to the studio. He was doing something on Zoom, I think, with Rio. Came to the studio. We had a chat with him. It was him and McCullough for about 45 minutes, an hour or whatever. He was proper chill. There was no, he didn't rush him or say, whatever. And it was good because it was genuinely like two mates just chatting. And McCullough wasn't like, wasn't just blowing smoke up his eyes. He was saying obviously what a fantastic footballer he is and stuff, but also asking him the question, about the way things panned out and do you blame yourself? Do you think you were a bit of a you know,
Yeah,
not bad at times or whatever. So it was really good.
What did he say to that?
He was all right about it.
He's had some. I mean, not for the successes, but he's the journeyman of a career. That he's like Mexico, wasn't he, for a bit?
Yeah, he was. And I used to see him with Val Morrison quite a lot in the soccer dome. And I remember I used to work at the soccer dome. I went in reception once, and his picture was on the wall. And I was like, oh, let's put a picture of Val Morrison on the wall, like in the office in reception.
Yeah.
Like, someone a fan. And they went, no, we put that up because he's bad. It's like,
really?
Right, yeah. But it was his mates. He used to come with a load of his mates, and I think he was okay, but some of his mates
Right,
were just
yeah, it was
like,
a bit
not
wild.
paying for pictures or whatever. So because they had, obviously you can get a picture of him, can't you? From the internet. So they put that on there just to sort of flag
Bloody
it up.
hell, but that's the first person they've banned that they could get an image from.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Get your images.
Yeah.
Get your
It was
images.
weird. Another one that came in as well, we had to stop, was Mario Balotelli. He tried to walk in without paying, but then he said he just wanted to run in before he got clots, him and his mates. So we didn't have a pitch for him. He ended up waiting in the office with us for half an hour till the pitch came.
No, that's
It was
awkward.
mad. And then he was all right, though, to be fair, even though he's a blue. And then he went to go and play, and he gave me mate his phone and said, "Will you just look after that for me?" And it was unlocked. I mean, my mate was just looking at it.
No, you weren't. You're cheeky. Fuck
I
you.
don't give a shit.
If
He's looking at it. He's
someone
looking
give
at it.
your
Sell it to
phone.
someone. But yeah, he was like, and my mate was like, "This isn't even locked, you know." So we were just having a little.
Look for his
butchers
pictures
up.
and
Oh, is that an handball there? Probably not, because it's too close. Harry Maguire with a header here. Rogers.
It's outside the box.
Oh yeah, it is actually. The claiming handball. No, I don't think we're gonna get it.
So the deal there, obviously, you're looking for a handball. You're looking for the penalty.
Yeah.
If it's a clear handball, but it's just outside the box, do they then give the free kick, or do they just go, no, that penalty is not?
I don't know, Joe.
I don't know myself. Well, let me know.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Because obviously they're looking to see if it's a penalty, but they go, no. However, very obvious handball. They just forget it. That's shit.
I've left my VAR handbook at home, unfortunately, Joe.
Hey, Dave Lister, welcome to the academy. Nicholas Walker says you have a keeper who wants to play possession, defenders want to low block, midfield wants to press, and attackers want to counter. Good luck. Yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash.
That's what we were saying earlier on. It just 2 and a bit years in, we're still a team of mismatched, aren't we? In all departments.
It does feel like that. Someone else say, look at the shirt pulling. Sorry, from Barclay.
Yeah, but
sorry. Oh, we're a bit behind. We'll keep an eye out.
no,
for
I think
that.
I've just seen that.
All right, okay.
Did you not do it on Bruno?
He's a weird one, isn't he, Ross Barkley? He's another
He's done all right.
wonder kid.
He had a great season last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
For Luton.
Luton, sorry, yeah. Just didn't quite probably live up to the expectation. That move to Chelsea didn't work out, didn't it?
No, unfortunately.
We were linked with him, weren't we?
Yeah, we were a couple of times, but I think there's question marks as to whether he was sued for...
What, his temperament?
Yeah. Right, he had a few incidents, didn't he, when he was at Everton?
Yeah, I like a little bit of character in my heart. Oof. Genie.
Evans there. Was it Rogers on Evans?
It's a great thing for Evans to sort of possibly retire at Man United if the end of the season, or even if he sticks around.
Yeah.
It's like, what a way to see out your career.
Can you imagine if someone had told him, like, just when he was out 3 years ago, you're going to go back to Manchester United?
Yeah, you're going to play. And he played quite a lot of games last year. Good big games for us. Derbies and the like. And he did well. Some of them.
Won an FA Cup.
Do you know what's funny? Because we saw him in San Diego, you know, when he just come back, and he was chatting to Maka and Stick. He came over to them and was like, "Oh, lads, like knew who were and that." So they were asking him, like,
was that an Irish accent?
No. I'll never try.
Wow.
I never do accents.
Wow.
Because it's cancel culture. That.
Yeah.
And they were asking him, like, what's going on, and he said he didn't know. I was like, I don't know. Just ask me for a couple of games, see what happens.
Won a competition.
Yeah. I remember that Wrexham game. He had a nightmare, didn't he? I was thinking, oh, this is embarrassing, man. He can't be, can't be doing this to Johnny Evans. It's not fair on him. And then the following game, I think it was against Burnley, he was mint.
Oh, you fucker. big crispy crunch over there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Someone getting the scran on over there.
What's that? Sounded like a Walker's advert in the
Hey.
corner then.
What are you eating?
What do you mean? What's he eating? It's crisps.
Crisps, yeah.
Do you think you could? Did you ever remember that? There's 2 radio hosts who do stuff like that, where he'd have a crisp and you could try and identify what the crisp it was just from that.
Oh, Bruno, what are you doing, lad? He's lost it there.
I think you're going for salt and vinegar
What flavour or brand from the crunch?
flavour.
You can't do
No,
that, can you?
brand. It wasn't flavour.
Christian, no one fucks with Christian Eriksen.
Okay. He just all they're doing is
Right, it's
fucking.
Johnny Evans. I thought it was Christian Eriksen who did the thing. I thought he didn't like it when the camera went on him.
Oh, he's down. Great.
No.
Fuck me.
Well, it's all right. We've got
300 million quid's worth of defenders on the bench. Don't worry about it.
Martin is on.
Hey.
Oh, they're both down. What's happened?
Yeah, Johnny
He's
Evans.
probably been the best signing this season, Mazraoui. For performances.
Yeah, I like him, mate.
Mazraoui.
Yeah, I think he.
Rude there giving advice to Hoyland.
I feel like that's, you know.
He is quite active on the bench, isn't he?
Yeah. But he's come in to help us score goals, and we've done fuck all. It's true.
I'd bang him up front, mate.
Rude. Yeah, why not?
I'd-
Johnny
I'd
Evans and
bang
Rude
him.
back together again. Why not?
Can I get one of those delicious fizzy drinks you were talking about that were in the fridge?
Yeah, can someone go and get Joe a can of Coke, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Still 0-0, as you'll know. Nothing happening. It's not been too bad, actually, if I'm being honest. I feel like that's a positive at the minute.
Nil pois.
Yeah, considering some of the starts we've had recently.
Fucking hell.
That went, didn't
That
it?
didn't go.
Thank you very much, sir. Just that one. Oh, fuck.
Villa in the box here.
Oh, there's a lot of space for it.
Oh, why did, that's a foul.
Felt like the wrong pass by Villa, that.
It's a good sound, that, innit? What's your favourite sound ever?
I don't know. It's like ASMR, isn't it? With him, the crisps in the corner. And
Your favourite sound ever?
Yeah.
Manchester United scoring a last minute winner.
It does make a good sound when the ball rattles the back of the net.
tear, mate. Oh, yeah. You can't beat a nice tear.
Yeah.
Tights.
No.
Hey, instead CD. Tight.
It's the lyrics that Insomnia, isn't it? Tearing off tights.
Oh, your teeth. Yeah.
I was just thinking more like paper or Velcro or
right.
something.
Oh,
you know
good
what I mean?
Velcro tear.
was like, I know that's not a tear as such, but you know, it's the same similar thing, isn't it?
I don't really like Velcro.
Do you know?
Texture of it.
Good turn there, lad.
There's a play we've not really put any much focus on, but for good reasons, because I can't be bothered with people giving him shit. But Mainu, I think maybe his progression in his career is suffering a little bit from the way we're playing. And this isn't me saying he's a shit player. I'm saying we're a shit team. We're not making him as good as he potentially could be.
We do that with a lot of youngsters, don't we?
Oh, the number of casualties that have sort of come through and not been able to develop their full potential because the surroundings has been comical at best.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, Marcus Rashford, you could make an argument that his career suffered due to the
100%. I couldn't agree more. Like, I'm not saying it, obviously.
Not all down to that.
Yeah, but if you look at the way sort of Foden was handled at City, brought in gradually. You brought in your first season you play a few minutes here and there, second season more, third season more. Coming into a team that's always got the ball, that's always winning football matches, that's always challenging for trophies. Marcus Rashford was thrown in because obviously we had a bit of an injury crisis. Then he's playing almost every game at the end of that season, does really well. Then the next season he's moved about. Then then when he's got injuries, he's played.
Oh, Solskjaer ran him into the ground.
Yeah, he did.
That was a good
Garnacho
tackle.
did well there, Garnacho.
What? I thought it was all right.
No, I thought we were going to be in.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Marcus, I feel like He's a good example of that, and maybe one or two others as well. I'd hate to see that happen with Manu.
Yeah, we need to keep a focus on him. Come on. We're playing all right. What if we beat Villa now 1-0?
Great ball by Manu that as well, by the way, to Marcus Rashford.
Oh.
Not quite enough on it. Villa countering now.
Shit.
Yeah, the pace of Evans and Maguire here.
Well done,
in.
Hey.
Have that.
So, Johnny, slow down, Johnny.
Oh.
Johnny was injured a minute ago. Oh, he's up front. Oh.
Seems to be getting a lot of luck down that side, Villa.
He's a weird player, Youri Tielemans, you know. I can never work him out.
Do you like him?
That's what I mean. I don't know. All right. Remember we were in with him a few years ago? And he did score the winner in the FA Cup final, didn't he, for Leicester? But I've never been that.
How much did he cost Villa?
I'm not sure, about 40, maybe 40, 50 million. Something like that. It wasn't massive money. It was like in today's.
And if we were signing him, where would you say he would look like? What would he have?
That's what I mean. He's not like a DM, is he? He's not.
Because it was during the whole Mac Fred thing, wasn't it, when we were
and it was like, I don't think he was the answer to any of our problems, to be honest with you. He's a decent player, but I don't know, he's just a bit of a weird guy. Corner here for Villa.
Oof.
Dealt with. Bruno.
Belwith is a funny name, isn't it? Come on. Fucking Eriksen's brought a grafting, isn't he?
Go on there.
Nice. Oof.
No.
Oh.
Bit dirty, that.
Bought a foul there.
Do you think you'd have a good shocked face? You know when players are shocked by the referee for a decision made. Hoyland was just stunned there, wasn't he? Because I don't think Tielemans got a card for it. Like a little stunned like that. Do yours. Right, I'll just give you a...
That's my shots. It's a mixture of shots and annoyed and, disbelief. Go on, Scotty, give us your shots face when you...
I've just given you a yellow.
Yeah.
You didn't deserve it.
Go on, Joe McGrath, give us your shot face.
Stunned.
Are you on the floor at that point?
I'm sort of
That's the face of a man who's about to, go down the Trafford Centre.
Yeah. Head on the hands is a good one as well, isn't it?
What would be a goal celebration? Would you go wild?
Yeah, you'd have to.
I think I'd do the opposite.
Really?
Yeah,
would you be chill?
I'd be like, yeah.
It's
what I do, innit?
Yeah, like Erik with that chip against Sunderland. Like just
stand exactly still.
Do it every
you're
week,
well
mate.
offside there. Fuck me.
Jesus Christ. I'd be tempted to do like a Vegos or a Delo where you do like
Like
5
it turns it into a dance.
Yeah, 5 celebrations in one. Do you remember when he scored that 4th against Real Betis and he went on a little tour of Old Trafford?
What? Vegos, yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that it was like the most meaningless goal ever and he proper melts it, but I thought, yeah, fair play to you, kid. Jim Ratcliffe there, Dave Brailsford, Omar Barada, Dan Ashworth, Jason
made the trip.
Fergie! Jesus Christ!
Fucking taxi ride home.
Hey?
Fuck me, it looks like something of a film, doesn't it?
Picture that, innit?
Wonder what they're thinking about.
What's up for the half-time buffet? That's what they're thinking about, aren't they? What's for the half-time buffet?
What do you reckon is at the half-time buffet? What do you reckon they serve at Villa?
I don't think so, Jim Ratcliffe. I think he'll have a mad diet.
Yeah, he's quite
still
healthy,
at
isn't he?
75, still doing marathons.
Yeah.
The geezer will probably eat
his times in marathons are like mint as well.
Yeah.
He's on keto.
Yeah, he'll be on something. He'll have some crazy doctor telling him what to eat.
Villa here. No.
Well, I think he takes his coffee with 1 sugar.
Oh, what the fuck?
Villa in the final third. Don't want to jinx it. I haven't been that great. Dave Taylor says, great show, lads. Do you reckon if Rude was given the job, he'd end up being another Ollie, where a past legend ends up being turned on by the fans?
Oh, do you know what? I think we look back at Ollie differently now.
I think the thing is like, whichever thing we do now is sort of going to be similar to what we've done before, because we've tried every single type of manager. We've tried the one who's the most successful in Jose. We've tried the one who's the most respected in Van Gaal. We've tried the ex-player with Ole. We've tried the one who was like the godfather of the type of football in Ragnick. We've tried the up-and-coming.
Oh my God, he elbowed him then.
Maguire's going mad there. He didn't think that was a foul.
Oh,
he's got a yellow card as well.
Hand on his head. Maguire's shocked face.
We hadn't tried the ex-international manager.
Van Gaal was Dutch manager and then he came to United. I think that's what I mean. I think we've tried every type. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what is this as bad as that? He's it is what it is. That
I don't know. Do that all the time.
I don't know if it's a booking.
Game's gone. Hey.
What's going on now?
Maguire's got a great pissed off face.
Yeah, he's fuming. Bet Maguire loves beans on toast.
Maguire?
Yeah.
Why?
You can tell sometimes.
What, that he eats beans on toast? Beans on toast is elite.
By the way, yeah, I'm not slagging off, but I bet he loves it. Do you not think?
He loves beans on toast.
Once a week, maybe. Cheese.
I don't know, when you get to that level, though, when you got big dough, do you reckon you still have beans on toast?
Yeah.
Do you know
100%. I mean? That's what I mean. He'll have it like once a week.
Do you reckon his missus will say beans on toast? And I go, yeah!
Like he's just scored.
Yes. Get in!
Top off.
Hey, like the royal family where she goes, we're having chipper, and they all celebrate. I love that. Fucking hate this.
I bet he sits down for a wheeze a lot as well.
Who?
Maguire.
Do you reckon?
Loves the comfort.
Why not? You've got to treat yourself. Villa have got a free kick here. Straight into Onana's hands.
Jesus.
Hey, did you see Leeds the other night? That was fucking great, that, wasn't it?
Was it 2-2?
Yeah, they conceded in the 97th minute.
Oh.
That was it. Melier, the keeper, through his hands.
Oh, that was a fucking awful. Get on side.
Well done, Garnacho.
Well, if the players do want the manager gone, I don't think they've put out a first half that would suggest they didn't want to play for him.
Garnacho there, it's a corner.
Would you? Do you know what I mean? They've
I think they've tried. I think they've been okay, to be fair. It's not been a bad performance by Manchester United. It's not been the greatest, but I don't think either team's been particularly good.
No, but taking out the context of everything that's going on at the moment and looking at this game on its own, you'd probably take 0-0 at half-time against Villa away. You would, because it's not an easy game, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It is a difficult one. It's one of the toughest ones you can get, isn't it?
To look at it for the large part of the season, this would be a good result for Manchester United, regardless of who the manager is.
What was our... when is the derby this year?
Fucking hell.
When's that done?
There's something to look forward to.
It's the beginning of December, isn't it?
Is it?
We've got the thing is that if they do get a new manager in, the run after the international break is relatively decent.
Yeah, so it can embed themselves a little bit.
Well, that's the train of thought that why we didn't get anyone in straight after Spurs. Get the two difficult games out of the way.
The derby's the 14th of December.
If let's say Rude comes
close to Christmas for my liking that.
And then you've got Liverpool the 4th of Jan, but before that you've got Arsenal on the 3rd of December.
Oof.
So December is going to be a difficult time.
Garnacho just fouled on the edge of our box. Did he not just kick it away at it? Get involved in the chat and the comments. Let us know what you've thought of this game so far. Bruno's been awful, says AH420.
Awful's quite strong, isn't it?
He's not had a good season, though, has he, to be fair?
No, I think he could have done with the bloody rest.
I was half looking forward to seeing what United would line up without Bruno.
Was you?
Because as much as he does wonderful things, he is very wasteful.
Yeah.
I was interested to see him having 3 weeks off, 3 games off, I should say.
Yeah.
Seeing what United do, and then hopefully, because I think he's playing so much football for his club and country. He'll go now in this international break and he'll go wherever Portugal will end up.
Is he booking Manu for that? Are you fucking pissed?
Ah!
Oh my God. Is that a joke? Even Carragher can't believe it. That's not a booking, that.
He goes in on Mainu.
Fuck off.
It looks like his stud's go on Mainu.
That's what I mean. How's that a booking for Mainu, you dickhead?
He gives him a bit of shit there.
Oh, that's a disgusting decision, that. I'm sorry.
Oh, fucking hell.
That is not a booking. It's a 50-50 of anything. It's Seelman's on Mainu. If you want to be sort of fussy.
Calm down, Jay.
No, I won't fucking calm down. It's stupid.
It's just a game.
Ref's booking everyone, says Jack Ford.
Yeah, he's on fucking booking mad.
Mainu, Maguire, Ericsson.
Yeah, 3. Fucking hell. Maybe Ten Hag's got a booking bet on. Oh, that's a joke.
Ten Hag?
Yeah.
He's going for it on the yellows.
Fucking hell. Look a little bit more alive now,
Bailey.
Villa. They're pushing us a little bit.
Ooh.
I still don't think they're incredible.
No.
In that final third. I mean, batter's back in the arse, that won't it, soon?
They'll bring Duran on in the second half.
Duran. It's like it feels like just people just find better players than we get.
It's not that. That's the thing. It's not that people find better players. We just don't get the best out of the players that we buy. I think that's the difference.
It's a foul by
Garnacho. Don't get him in the book as well.
I need to see that again. I need to see what happened there.
We give him a little shove then, Morale. That's right, we got a shove to the floor, nothing.
Seems soft to me, that.
He hates us, the ref.
Giving away a free kick, but it was a bit harsh, in my opinion.
You ever seen a ref in the wild?
What is that? Is that like a
series?
No, it's not a telly show, just like in Costco or something.
Oh, yeah, well, if it counts at the airport.
Who?
Andre Marino. And when I went to Bolton's ground once, I saw Mark Hauser. He was training with him.
Mark Hauser was training with Bolton?
Yeah, he couldn't referee Bolton games. He used to do his training there, to keep fit and that. In the gym, he was in that gym. So
that's a great idea for like a Channel 5 series.
Could he not just
go
to a gym?
He couldn't do Bolton games because apparently he used their gym, so it was like too close for him. I don't think it's the end of the fucking world if he couldn't do a Bolton game.
Yeah, it was like,
gutted.
Yeah, well, for me,
Bolton.
No.
Bucket list.
If I was in charge of the refs,
Housey or Bolton.
If I was in charge of the refs, I'd be like, stop going to Bolton's gym, you muppet.
No, but I'm guessing he might have had some connection to Bolton anyway, so they probably thought it doesn't matter because it's like Anthony Taylor couldn't do Altrincham because he supports Altrincham apparently.
Yeah.
What's that?
Wouldn't it be mad if like we were
back post?
United had a referee training with them. What's he doing? Like shooting practice and that.
You know what I mean? I'll be asked.
Who's your favourite ref?
Don't have one. Nigel Owens
of all time. Remember David Ellery?
Probably Kalina.
Kalina, but like the elite, innit? Remember David Ellery used to have a big thing against Roy Keane, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a skill seats, wasn't he, David Ellery? Yeah, shout. Who was yours?
I don't know. Is it Uri Rene?
Oh, man.
Remember him?
He was shocking, wasn't he? He was terrible. Honestly. What are you laughing at?
Clattenburg used to be a police, is that right?
Clattenburg.
Howard Webb was police.
Howard Webb, yeah. Clattenburg obviously has a funny voice these days. Have you seen him on Gladiators on the BBC?
No.
Gladiator. So they brought back Gladiator, didn't they?
On the BBC?
Yeah.
Really?
They brought it back.
It's ITV though, Gladiators.
Yeah, well,
BBC got it.
BBC got
how bad they are for content these days.
I don't think there was a bidding war for it.
And the referee...
I think it was like one of them, like, you want it, you can have it.
The referee was...
Gladiators on ice.
Yeah.
Gladiators on ice. Everything's up for you.
Go on, Cobby.
The referee was Mark Clattenburg, so he'd be the referee of it all.
All right.
So when Forrest hired him as a refereeing advisor?
Yeah, that lasted like 3 months.
Yeah, and then he was just like...
Did he start like publicly giving refs shit?
Yeah, putting out statements.
And
everyone was like, what are you on about, you dickhead? Shut up. Looks like there's a bit of a shove there.
They're getting everything.
What's been the worst referee decision? Nani against Real Madrid?
Yeah, that's probably the one that sticks.
I often think about the Barcelona Arsenal one where Van Persie gets sent off for
fucked us that.
For kicking the ball.
Because we would have had Arsenal.
We would have definitely been Arsenal.
He still could have won that, couldn't he? Arsenal? Was it Bender in the last minute? I think, I know it's not refereeing, but the Porto offside against Scholes was shocking.
Yeah, I remember the Chelsea offside in the league as
Oh,
well.
mate,
I was
just
literally
as bad.
online with that.
That was horrible, wasn't it? Cost us the league, that, didn't it?
Yeah, there's been some bad decisions. And I hate that term, what goes around comes around, because fuck off.
Well, it doesn't, does it? That's not
doesn't
a thing.
doesn't always come off.
Oh, ref, come
Yeah,
on.
there's no one at the end of the season who like that.
Yeah,
Make sure all these tally up.
Yeah.
We owe you one next year.
Yeah, you got one in
I'll
lieu.
give that one, because I gave one the other week. I should have done.
You know.
Johnny Evans going mad there because he's give away a foul that wasn't a foul, and then the referee's now having a word with him for snapping. This referee's annoying me.
Yeah. He's a bit of a muppet, aren't
Marcus Patterson says lack of player development at United can be attributed to the rotating door of managers. I'm a Spurs fan. The amount of players' careers Levy has ruined for not since sacking Poch is gross. Hashtag Big Ange. Joe's Kindle, who's been a member of the academy for 45 months, that's amazing, says my mate's landlord was Uriah Rennie. Proper damp. Any advice, lads? I'd just speak to your local MP.
Yeah,
maybe the media.
By
There's
the way,
a story there.
email what
Premier League ref in,
you just
slum
love
landlord scandal. There you go. It writes itself.
buy a dehumidifier. Have you ever had a blast of one of them? It's unbelievable.
What do you mean, a blast on them?
You'd stick it in the room, like that. This room now.
If you've got damp in your gaff, you don't fucking buy a dehumidifier. You get your landlord to sort it out.
Yeah, but it's like magic.
Yeah.
You'd stick it in a room now, this dehumidifier. Give it an hour, full of water. Is that not stunned you?
You're entertained by it, has stunned me.
Because you can't
That's
see the
completely
water in the
done,
air,
mate.
can you? But it's there.
Fuck, Joe, I'd love to wear your head for a half an hour just to see how you see the world.
Whose
Oh,
sock
look
is
at
that?
No, get no fucking car for
Maguire.
that, will we?
Someone's looked like ripped his sock there.
You'd love that noise, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Good tear.
It's Harry Maguire's sock being torn.
Oh, kinky.
Right. Dan Yates says, watching in America, Graham Lasso is constantly digging out United. Seems like he wants to be on House and Versus. We can make that happen. Graham Lasso.
Oh, Ruud van Nistelrooy's up and about.
Ruud van Nistelrooy doing his little audition for the big job.
Do you think he'd be all right?
I don't know. It just seems an obvious thing to do right now.
Where did he go in Germany? So he was at PSV, wasn't he?
Half time,
Where
0-0.
And how did that end and how did he do?
Because he had a bit of a fallout with PSV, didn't he, with everyone? That didn't end well. And then
He went to Germany where he was managing, wasn't it? Have I made that up?
I can't. I don't know. Hang on, let me see. Oh, here you go. Coaching. I think he went straight from PSV to United. So he resigned with one match remaining in the 2023 season, 22-23 season, citing a lack of support. There was rumours that he'd fell out with everyone there. I don't know how true that is.
Maguire limping off then, but at the end, by the way.
Was he successful at PSV?
He won a cup, didn't he? He won the Dutch Cup, I think. So, yeah, he won the KNVB Cup.
Yeah, so we're going to go from a cup winner to a cup winner, essentially.
And I don't listen. Do you know what it is, right? I don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know.
Right, you just don't know until he's given that job. Because every single manager we've had, almost all of them, no matter what the pedigree, at some point has ended up losing the plot. So you just don't know. Even when the things you think this is guaranteed, I was certain we'd win a title under Jose. You thought he always wins titles, but it's United, isn't it? So obviously he didn't. And then like with Van Gaal, it seemed like he was a great answer, a great antidote to David Moyes. But then he seems to lose the plot.
Is it different now though with INEOS in charge? Because you could put a lot of the faults, maybe Moyes aside, of the managers down to the sort of players that were bought by the Glazers and the stuff around them. If you look, because Van Gaal's very vocal about signings that were made that he didn't want, and same with Jose Mourinho. So yes, while they failed with putting the football out, Ten Hag's been different in that, and he's got a hell of a lot of players.
I think in answer to your question, again, I would say it's similar to the manager. It is a bit of the unknown with them, you know, with INEOS.
Yeah.
Because we don't know that they're definitely going to get everything right. I mean, we can hope they are, and it certainly seems that the appointments make sense to me with Omar Barada and Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox. But I'm not going to be sitting and pretend that a year ago I was saying to anyone we need to get Jason Wilcox in, or if we don't get Dan Ashworth, we're fucked. Like, I'm glad we got him, but that wasn't something that was on my mind.
No, but
now they're in. We have to wait and see, because you know INEOS took over at what's the club? What's the club in Nice? And they got some things wrong there, got some things right. So I know United's bigger and they've obviously appointed what should be the best in class, but we'll have to wait and see. For me, I don't know. I think so.
But not by, like, you might not have said they need Omar Barada or Dan Ashworth or Jason Wilcox by name, but for the best part of 10 years, everybody has been saying that we need these positions filled by football people.
Yeah.
So there's definitely an improvement. Whether they're going to get everything right, not everybody does straight away.
That's my point, I don't know,
but I don't think they'll get it as wrong.
But you'll say, bringing Bruno not Bruno Rude or another manager working on this structure, it could be different.
It offers a different sort of landscape than previous.
It could be, yeah. And I'd hope it will be. That's what gives me a little bit of hope. But there is still an element of unknown. And also, you know, the transfers that we're bringing in definitely feel like the long-term transfers. So with that comes that whole idea you've got to be patient, because Xerxes, Yoro, certainly those two in particular, a longer-term one. Someone mentioned in the chat, Chido will be mine, long-term sort of player. So, yeah, I think you'd expect it to be a lot better, but I don't know. One thing that does worry me a little bit as well is how far behind we are to some of our rivals. That's going to take a while, because we're coming into a position of like.
Because if you get, like you said, look at Villa, you get a good manager and you get some good players, then you can be fourth in 2 years, and you can.
I think United can be fourth in 2 years, definitely.
You can beat Bayern Munich, and you can.
No, I think being fourth in 2 years is completely realistic, and I think Omar Barada said the title by 2028. Now, to be fair, he just said that. It doesn't, he's not predicting. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. But that to me seems quite reasonable, to expect something like that.
Yeah.
Because I think when, I know it's different when City and Chelsea took over. I know the spending was different. But within the sort of 3 or 4 years they were winning titles. I think Chelsea was 2 or whatever it was. So I think United to sit here now and go within 2028 we can be winning a title isn't beyond the realms of possibility. And I'd kind of hope that INEOS were aiming for that. But again, it's just, there's a little bit of the unknown, isn't there? And it's weird because you look at certain managers and you think, does that look like the right manager for that team? And then they absolutely smash it.
Yeah.
Emery's a great example of someone who absolutely smashed it. Even like Tuchel at Chelsea, I did not see them winning the Champions League. I'll be honest with you.
No.
I did not think that was going to happen. No point in I think they're going to win the Champions League this season, even going into the final. And I know Pep sort of did him a favour dropping Rodri, but they still won it.
You didn't think he was going to do it with Di Matteo?
No, that's what I mean. Like that's a good point. Like, Di Matteo getting a Champions League. He won the Champions League in the FA Cup, didn't he? In like the space of like 2 weeks, and then got sacked 3 months later. Yeah. That was mental. I'll name this podcast later. It's gifted a Stretford Paddock membership. Thank you. Let us know what you think. What do you think is going to happen? What do you want to happen? How much confidence you have that because we've got this new structure in place that things will be better for the next manager, or even if you think Erik Ten Hag is going to keep his job, even for Erik Ten Hag in the long run. Let us know what you think. Red Army says Maguire and Evans offer so much more composure at the back. Very good on the ball, finding good passing, read the game well, and clear everything. So I mean, I can't fault Maguire and Evans. To be fair, I think they've done everything well.
It's been not a bad performance. I was expecting worse, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought we might concede early doors and it was just going to be another horror show. But we've been pretty toothless in front of goal, but that's no surprise for the course of the season so far. But at the back, we've certainly been tighter.
Yeah, definitely.
The concern is that they're going to bring Dranon in the second half. They've got more goal threats in their arsenal.
Who've we got? Ahmad, Xerxes, Anthony in terms of attackers.
Attacking wise, Xerxes or Anthony, isn't it? And then you really think,
Xerxes and who?
Anthony.
I think Ahmad gets on before Anthony.
Attacking threats?
You think? You know, Diallo was probably.
Bayern Day gets on before, aren't they?
Yeah, Anthony.
I was reading them out and everyone shouted at me.
No, because you said attacking lines. You went, it's your Anthony. I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't know. I went, or Anthony. I could have gone, or Ahmad, but no, fucking big mouth.
Sobered up halfway.
No, I'm not sober.
All right, listen. I just want to know why.
Ahmad as well.
Why you hate Ahmad?
I'd bring Ahmad on. I don't hate
I'd have Ahmad on before Anthony. I know you wouldn't. You like Anthony. You were buzzing when
I think it's one last hurrah for all of Ten Hag's favourite players.
Well, just bring him on.
Anthony's coming on.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd kind of find that funny, but I wouldn't. I'd be fuming.
Where did they go?
Carr, welcome to the
Who buys him?
Anthony.
Like, you can sack Ten Hag if you don't want him, but like Anthony's got, 3 years on his contract?
Yeah, that's mad.
Maguire's
done, isn't he?
I think Maguire's getting carried off. He's not finishing this game. He's limping and he's.
It was good of him, do you not think? The interview that he gave after I think it was BBC Sport, saying that the players have to take responsibility. Now, this is a player that was the captaincy taken off him. He's been the source of ridicule from a large part of the Manchester United fan base.
Great point. To
come out and sort of support a manager when he's under fire like never before. So that's a good testament to the man that always gets a lot of stick.
I think I said it earlier, and I think you're right. I think Harry Maguire does get some undue stick. You've got to remember as well, like, it's not his fault he cost 80 million quid. It's not his fault for a lot of what's gone on, and he's probably not been as good as we hoped he has been overall, but I don't think he's been quite the disaster that's been painted. And also, some of the stick he's had over the years has been a bit ridiculous. Remember when England fans were having a go at him? You think, what are you having a go at him for? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do remember.
He's been in 3 tournaments, I think, with England. They've got to a final, a semi-final, quarter-final. It's like...
I think what done Maguire, though, I don't think it's the consistency that he's played well, because he has played well for a large part. It was the sort of the comical errors that he made. The mistakes that were that bad that they're the sort of lasting memory of his performance. They overshadow everything else.
Yeah, it sort of made him an easy target, didn't they? So when fans were looking for players to sort of go at and ridicule, and Maguire was there.
No thanks. Brian Kelby says, can we all calm down about Obi Mines? James Wilson was the effing second coming in 2013.
You calm down.
Yeah, Shane Gates says, I feel so bad for Ten Hag when half the team is booked and so out of form. Don't get me wrong, it's not been great, but some players are in a slump. Yeah, it's not.
But then he's in charge of those players. He is, though. Yeah. And his coaching staff are in charge of those players. Listen. So if there is a slump, find the best way to get them out of it. Yeah. Because, you'd never see a Pep Guardiola team or a Klopp team or, a Fergie team where everyone's just in slumps and we just had to deal with it. If there was players in slumps, rotation was key, or they'd work on stuff. Also, I think that's an excuse, that.
Yeah. Stano says, I love Johnny Evans, man. Yeah, I agree.
Stano.
Kenny says, bring Rude on. Better than the shite we have up front. MF Grimm says, Cobby's been shocking this season compared to last. I will have no Cobby Manu slander on this channel. I'm sorry if that's biased, but it's just the way I feel. Jed's dead, baby, says this has ball draw written all over it, and any other time a draw away at Villa would be a solid point, but I don't think it will be enough to save him. Matt GPT says Cobby's playing well today. Akshit Raj says Cobby needs to get stronger and become our Pirlo. I mean, no pressure there on the 19-year-old. Dan Burgess says Manu, Ericsson are great, but no legs in midfield. Need an engine on. Evans man of the match says Gazaroo. Comers says solid performance so far, very stable. Just needs some goals. Evans has been great, says Kenny. I fucking love Johnny Evans, man, says Rafa D. Stefan Rasmussen says I think Michael Carrick was the last good captain. Apparently, according to my sources, Delict and Lindelof are coming on, which is a bit of a strange one.
So he's doing a complete rotation.
Because he fell out with Martinez or what? Yeah. Why would Martinez not come on ahead of Victor Lindelof? Unless Martinez isn't. I mean, but then if he's not 100% fit, why is he on the bench?
So we're going to change our entire back. I suppose Johnny Evans did have a quite interesting tackle against him, which looked like he was picking up a look. So we could have both centre backs picked up a knock.
Yeah,
got a new centre back partnership coming on apparently.
It looks like Delict and
Lindelof are coming on. So no Martinez.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
But he did do that weird change with Rashford, didn't he, at Porto? 45 minutes.
Rotation, big games coming up.
It's rotation, yeah, because obviously Johnny Evans still gets called up to the squads, and so does Maguire.
He's thinking of their international careers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not fair to burn him out.
Yeah.
Joey Finley says Martinez is now 5th centre back. Make it make sense. Gazaroo says makes sense. Martinez has been shit recently, and Maguire and Evans had knocks. Here we go again.
Fair point.
All our centre backs getting injured. Andorra's Revenge says wish Evans and Maguire were 23 and 25 years old. King Dino says we've had some very questionable yellow cards today. We have had some questionable yellow cards, King Dino. Well said. Fucking joke.
Do you think that the Martinez performances this year are injury based? Do you think that's had a massive impact? Is that worrying?
Yeah,
it's worrying if he's not coming out.
I don't think he's 100% fit. I think there's something going on there because he just doesn't look right to me, and I don't think he's a bad footballer. And like I know footballers can lose form for a multitude of reasons.
He played it. Am I right to say he played most of the games in the Copa though?
I think he did. I don't know.
That they won.
Like just look, maybe he's a bit knackered.
Maybe he's fucking knackered.
You know what I mean? But if you look going further back, he's had like almost a year, wasn't it, when he wasn't fully fit? So I don't know. Maybe it's just catching up with him a little bit. He just doesn't look right, and I do think he's a very good player. I think he's mint, but he hasn't been playing that way. So I wonder whether it is just burnout, he's goosed, or he has got a little niggle or whatever, or it's just form. I don't know.
Goes out to Argentina.
Sorry, say it into the mic. Sort your attitude out and say it into the mic.
We'll see if he plays for Argentina.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah,
as well.
but do we know the squads that are travelling? Like, because sometimes
they've been called up.
Yeah.
Honestly, do you remember was it him with McAllister posing for photos after we got beat off Liverpool, and everyone was going mad?
I know.
I was like, oh, fuck.
So Lindelof is definitely coming on, and so is Litz. This is fucking mad.
This is good stuff.
So
innit?
Evans and Maguire off. You'd assume, unless
I think Mazraoui. So it's going to be Lindelof. Is it Lindelof right back? Would it be then?
Yeah.
Just leave Delo at left back. Lindelof played left back last season, didn't he, a few times, but I'll be honest with you, it wasn't great. Mazraoui's been decent as well, hasn't he, for us, man?
So yeah,
it's just one thing after another.
After another.
Yeah.
After another.
Hooligan ex-Borough frontline says, Jay, get your guy on, delete Bruno off and pass to Rasmus for fuck's sake. Okay. Delict's just come on. Oh, that's the thing with that one. Thieglen Pollock says Bruno 85% pass accuracy, 5 passes into the final third, 2 clearances and 3 interceptions, won 2/3 duels. Bar the flick, what has he done wrong?
Yeah, people are going for Bruno, aren't they? He's flavour of the month, isn't he, for hate comments, but he can still offer so much for United. I just think he needs a little bit of rest. Ten Hag's there walking out on the pitch now. Lindelof. Oh, they have to come on. They come off to come on. Is that the deal?
Oh, nonsense.
Would you worry about needing a wee on the pitch?
No, I don't know. I think you'd be alright. Why would you?
I'd get worried.
You'd be like, shit, I need a wee. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do. When it John, Gary Lineker shot himself on it. On the pitch.
You'd be playing on my mind a little bit. You know, when you start feeling it.
Like, feel like, oh shit. Yeah, what we're going to do here. Yeah, it's one of them, innit? You'd probably just have to run off, wouldn't you?
Really?
You couldn't, if you couldn't hold it in, what are you going to do?
The thing is,
someone did that once, didn't they, for a Jose Mourinho team?
Well, just wet themselves?
No, just ran
off to have a wee.
Yeah. They should have a little portaloo next to
the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was that? I do remember it.
It was like,
I'm sure someone ran off at during the game and went into the change rooms because they needed a wee. Not made that out.
Jason Punch did it, but I don't know that wasn't as
Oh no, there's someone that did it. Atletico. Oh no, that's just someone I've never heard of. Jason Punchin, yeah, that's the one that comes up. And a Peru footballer got a red card for doing it during a match.
What, pissing?
Eric Dyer. As he needed the toilet. Yeah, he ran off for the toilet. Yeah, there you go. Eric Dyer when Jose was manager at Spurs.
Eric Dyer.
Is he still at Munich?
Yeah, I think so.
He's had a break because he was in Portugal, wasn't he?
Yeah, he grew up there, didn't he? Yeah. He was at Sport. He started off at Sporting. Right, so is it Lindelof at right back then, and De Ligt in for Harry Maguire?
Harry Maguire.
Des McCall, welcome to the first team.
Welcome to the first team, sir.
We should be fucking running at Matty Cash. He's dog shit. Oh, apparently Chelsea are losing. Let me just double check that. Yeah, Forest have taken the lead against Chelsea. Chris Wood.
Woodmeister. Villa will want to beat us here. Like I know.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed.
Yeah, then we got to win. If
Yeah.
we've still got, they could take a big advantage. Teams like Chelsea getting beat. You'd say that this sort of could look be like a 6-pointer at the end of the season. Us versus them. Going
Such a
back
weird
home.
game, innit? So
What's Ten
weird
Hag
feeling.
saying to his team? What's motivating them at half time? Just because be his last 45 minutes of football here.
Maybe I'm being naive, but you like to think that no matter what, players want to win and, do well.
Bit of music on in the background, do you think, Scotty, just to get everything going?
Yeah, I think so. Some Dutch house.
Yeah.
Yes. Go on, lads. Go on, lads.
Some Dutch house.
Get involved in the chat and the comments. Hit that like button as well, please. Still not got to 1,000 likes.
Come
Garnacho to Bruno. Bruno looked like Garnacho's wipes out there.
We only had one chance, didn't we, in the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, Rashford.
Rashford,
Martinez had to save it.
Yeah. I think that was it, you're right. I can't remember another one. It's not been the most exciting. Onana's not had a lot to do either, has he? It's been a bit almost there. FBF1 Sports says this manager has lost the plot. Currently don't have a fullback in their right position on the pitch. I think you don't think he's got a fullback, to be fair.
Where is you forget players like where's Luke Shaw? I'm just thinking about the players that are injured.
Yeah, it was.
He came back, played for England for a little bit.
Another 6 weeks, about a week ago, I think they said. Oh, Mainu there, but he took
just got to get rid of him at the end of the season.
Luke Shaw. Yeah, I think you're right. Completely.
Play on.
Mainu plays it out to Rashford. Rashford on the edge of the box.
Have a shot.
Rashford.
Oh!
Was that saved? It's saved there by Martinez.
Brilliant shot, Rashford.
Good shot, that. Down the middle. You expect the keeper to save it, to be fair.
Need more of that, though.
At least it's, at least he's getting at him. Rashford cutting onto his right foot.
Oof.
Corner to Manchester United.
Here we go. Something's brewing.
Yeah. De Ligt.
Go
on, son.
Go
on, son.
Nice ball in. Who's having it?
Garnacho on the edge of the box.
Oh,
poor that shot.
Mate.
Yeah.
Bad shot, that.
Oh, why he went for the near post there?
It's cold in here now.
It's not
Can't
cold.
get right, can it?
It's not
Honestly.
cold. Feel me.
Always warm.
Still warm.
You're full of beer, though.
I'm not full of beer. I was drinking that thing called White Claw. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
What's
It's
that? White Claw?
It's sparkling water, but it gets you pissed.
What's alcoholic sparkling water?
Yeah. Hard seltzer.
Thomas Grant, welcome to the academy. Thank you.
Was it nice?
So it just tastes of water?
Yeah, but they got little flavourings in there. Black cherry one's all right. You don't feel too bad. I had a headache before I started drinking and got rid of it. A load of hydration in there as well.
It's strong. What is it?
4.5%. So it's like
You had a headache before you started drinking?
yeah, and then the water.
Did you have the shakes as well?
Because then the water got rid of it, didn't it?
Villa here now on the counter.
Manchester City Centre last night was wild.
Was it?
Like crazy. It was the busiest I've seen it in.
They've got a corner out of
ages.
that.
Whereabouts? North.
Everywhere was mad.
Where did you go?
Well, because we did, I was all over the place. Northcourt was mad. Piccadilly Gardens is just wild.
Piccadilly Gardens is
It's
mental.
wild. But I ended up on sort of Oxford Roadway,
Oh, yeah.
and that was just chocker.
Was it?
Studentville.
Absolute
Oh, yeah.
chocker. But even just like full of, I think it's like becoming more of a destination to go. Like if you're not from Manchester.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you drinking on Oxford Road?
Well, it was all the gig venues: Albert Hall, Ritz, Gorilla, stuff like
Oh, right, yeah.
that. As you're walking from one to the
That
other.
sort of spot, right? Yeah, I know.
Oh shit!
Villa with a shot from the edge of the box? No.
Oxford Road. You suggest Temple's a good bar?
I like the Temple downstairs.
Yeah, it's a nice bar. Just off it, the Lasso Gary's a good spot.
Yeah. I'm thinking down there as well. What's the famous one? Peak of Pebble of the Peak.
Pebble of the Peak. Yeah.
What are you chuckling at?
What?
Oh, I thought it was a funny comment.
No, Musician 47 says start calling Joe Tex. He likes American things.
Oh, is that Joe Smith?
I don't know.
Joe Smith is American, don't forget.
Yeah, he is. He's half American.
He's half American. He's more American.
Taylor says White
have
Claws
American
are
passport,
atrocious.
then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got both.
But didn't you forget one of them? One?
No, when we went from, I think was it from Thailand to Melbourne.
Oh yeah.
It was my fault. I'd done his visa for him. Well, it wasn't my fault because I told him to check it and he did, but he did. I knew he hadn't read
He
it.
doesn't fucking read.
I know, because he did that thing where you send him something that's dead long and within a minute he's gone, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And you think it would take you longer than a minute to read through all them fucking 20 pages of that visa. And I'd put on it his passport was American, but the passport he was using was British.
Oh.
So when he went and looked at his visa, it was void. It was invalid. And then we had like 3 hours to get a flight. So
I remember that.
to be fair to McCullough, because what made it worse was I couldn't get a signal on my phone. I was trying to sort it out. Macca got on his phone and he was trying to sort it out, like, you know, do a like emergency visa or whatever. And then the staff at the airport were trying the best, and then this guy just rocked up. He was like on a mission to make this happen. Do you know what I mean? One of them ones.
What?
Where
Yeah, I
he was
love
just
when
like,
I love when you see
it. When you know when you
when
get
you-
someone
yeah.
who's just like,
And
fuck
he's like,
off, you're
I
getting
know.
on this flight. They'll let have a big tackle. Oh.
Hey.
Well then,
Well played.
I love when
Yeah.
when someone takes over a situation, their goal is your goal. You're like, oh,
Yeah, this guy he came strutting towards us like he's on a catwalk, and he's like, what's going on? Right, we're getting you on this flight. And I was like, fucking come on, son. And he got on the phone and he made it happen. So, crisis averted, and then we went to Melbourne.
Where's the next one?
I don't know, you know.
Not been announced yet.
They
They've done
usually
two
it's
back-to-back.
back to back America, so usually it'd be like the Far East or whatever, but there was rumblings that it might be America again.
Yeah,
It's
again.
like
well.
Yankee dollar. So we'll have to wait and see.
I hope it's the Far East.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd love to go to Japan, mate.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go to Japan.
I'll go out if it's the Far East, but I meant it's the World Cup the year after, innit? I'm gonna do the World Cup in
Right.
26. Probably the Mexican part.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. The World Cup over there.
We went to where the final's going to be, didn't we? In for
in,
Arsenal United.
Yeah, was it not the SoFi
Not this
Stadium?
season, the
Was it
year
SoFi
before.
Stadium, that?
No,
it was
it's the one that's in New Jersey, but
Not the Metro.
Met-
MetLife,
MetLife.
that's it. MetLife.
great fucking stadium.
That was that Arsenal game. Was you sat with McCullough?
Yeah.
Because we was in the press box and it was outrageous. It was me, Steve. Steve was on fucking fire. He was making me laugh. And it's 1-1, by the way. Maddie Ake scored for Chelsea, if anyone cares. Yeah, it was nuts because it's like on the tour as well. They let like almost anyone in the press box. That's the reason we were in there. So you had all like Arsenal YouTubers and all that in there. Do you know what I mean? It was funny.
We just enjoyed that tailgate party a bit too much before
Oh yeah, you
going
were
in.
steaming, weren't you? Hey. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Come on, United.
Come on,
it just
United.
feels fucking dull.
It's
doesn't
weird,
it?
and it's a weird game, man.
It's a very odd game.
Like,
It just shows, you know, that we do have players that can play football. So if they're not playing for this manager, then it's not like the other new manager's going to come into like
I just
shit
hate
footballers.
The fact with shit. It's so annoying.
Hey, has anyone tried those new cheesy crisps?
Where's he going here?
Oh.
Matty Cash, I was slagging him off.
Watch out!
And here he is, Matty Cash here.
Oh,
Oh,
big head.
Diogo Dalot.
Huge head. much space did we give Cash there?
I was slanging him off a minute ago as well. I thought, yeah, here we go. He's going to either score or set up a goal. Corner to Villa.
Come on, get this out. Counter, 1-0. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Save, Andre Onana. It's a shot from Yuri Tillman's headed to the box. Onana saves it well though.
Good save.
Corner to Villa. It's a good save. One you'd expect him to save.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair, I don't think it's in the top bins or anything. It's
Can I say something?
Go on.
Made a meal of that though, didn't he?
Do you think he's Joe Eyed it?
I think he
Aaron Ramsdale it.
Could have just caught it.
Yeah, well, you know, he's got. I don't know.
He's probably bored, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Aye.
Loves a...
Oh, they're going with a little short corner.
Ooh.
And they've made a right pig's head of that.
Well done.
I fucking hate short corners anyway.
Short corners.
When Villa beat Munich,
Yes.
was it like a big... Did they deserve to win, or was it like a... was it against play?
I was sort of watching it, but was doing stuff as well because it was before the live, so I had sort of half an eye on it, and it looked like they deserved it to me. I mean...
Because they've not been massively impressive today,
no,
is what I mean.
but that Duran, it was a great goal, that Duran. He's on fire, isn't he? The kid who came on. So
He's not playing now, though, is he?
No.
He's going to make an appearance.
Oh, trouble.
That's another save?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I think it's over.
Bold having an effort from there, man.
Yeah. Ollie Watkins here.
Big hit.
Oh.
Oof, goes for it. Ooh. Oh. 60 minutes gone, 0-0. This feels...
It's just annoying, isn't it, when you're watching Villa playing fucking Bayern Munich in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Beating them as well.
Beating them.
I took my lad to Bayern Munich.
Against Porto.
I took my lad to the Bayern Munich game last season. It was fucking shite.
We have had some okay European football since Fergie left, but not a lot. Beating Barcelona was in Ten Hag's first year.
That was good, yeah.
That was good.
Because it's Barca as well, isn't it?
The Juventus game with Fellaini.
Is that when Mata scored the free kick?
Yeah. And obviously winning the Europa League. Apart from that.
They would beat Juve away with Pogba.
PSG away, that's a great one.
They would beat Juve away.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The Mata free kick. Is that the same game?
Oh, was that?
Or was you?
I was in Turin at least.
Well, right.
It's far too intoxicated to make it anywhere near the ground.
All I can remember, I can't remember whether that's the one where Ronnie scored, isn't it, for them?
Yeah.
And took his top off. Yeah, it's been pretty underwhelming in Europe, United, post Fergie, to be honest.
No, Jose, isn't it? Winning the Europa, that's it.
Even Fergie's last year, that Real Madrid game when Nani got sent off was a fucking joke.
Yeah, we are reminded of that PSG game where we won.
Do you know what though? Even that, like, winning Stockholm was fantastic. Winning it was amazing, like, and especially the emotion and everything. But that fucking Celta Vigo game put me through it in the semi. Was it Gundetti?
Yeah.
He missed that fucking sitter. I just thought, oh my god. And I've been giving him pelters as well, you know, because he just played for City. I thought, oh no, he's gonna fucking knock us out.
Oh, there's another booking.
Is that Marcus? Can't happy this ref.
There's a yellow that.
No, it wasn't. Marcus doesn't deserve yellows. He's fed a load of kids. Get a grip. Get involved in the chat and the comments and hit that like button, please, people.
Let's get to 1,000 likes.
Here comes Duran, says Callum. It looks like they're going to bring him on. But
Great.
Yeah, good
He'll
stuff.
fucking,
hey,
yeah.
Can't wait to see him.
Oh, for fuck's
What the
sake.
fuck is this? Absolute comedy routine, you dickheads.
What a load of shit that was.
And fuck all comes
off.
of it.
Knobheads.
Pathetic, that.
What the? Can you imagine?
Got to a point where I thought, is this actually practice or have they fucked it?
The one that scored in, I wonder.
Oh.
Fucking
when
well
they were stood on the training ground, they go, I tell you what, you run towards it,
Yeah,
and I'll run towards it, than you, than me. Idiots.
And then just put it down the line. Oh, here we go.
There
What's
we
going
go.
on here?
Oh, here he comes.
Bring it on, Duran.
Aye.
What's that he's drinking, do you think? A yogurt drink, yeah. Like a Yakult.
Nah, it's
What drink you were drinking there?
Red
Bull or something?
Jägermeister.
Jägerbomb, man.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, get on it.
Do you think you have Red Bull or do you think you'll have water?
I don't think he'll have Red Bull. That's Jamie Vardy tackle. I don't think anyone else does that.
Oh,
Jamie Vardy knock a taurine back, yeah, the taurine.
The Red Bulls.
Bull,
yeah. He's big on that, and that's his thing.
fuck off. That he's not going to get sent off now.
Jesus wept. Who is it? Ericsson.
Last chance.
No, I think he's giving him his Marcus
Rashford.
again. So just saying, look, you just had a yellow. Just calm it down, son. Come on.
Oh, God.
Hey. Leon Bailey here.
That was a yellow.
Yeah, fucking that's so late. That's just a kick.
Yeah, he's
out
not
there,
Aston,
innit?
is he?
Fucking
He's just
hell,
got
Marcus.
fucking kicked him.
Aye.
But even that, when he knows he's on a
That's a
yellow, he's
bugbear,
risky.
I remember Maguire doing that against Watford in all his last game, and it fucking infuriated me.
Is that 4-0 that?
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, he just got a yellow, and then a minute later he went 2-footed to ground.
Oh,
late.
Xerxes coming on for United.
Good stuff. This is it.
Who for?
Xerxes.
Bailey's gone off for Duran for Villa. Fucking hell.
It's not been an easy watch, has it?
No.
No, it's been dull. And we shouldn't be bringing on our new attacking player Xerxes and not feel too confident about it. We should be bringing on Xerxes buzzing and hopefully he can get him get a goal. Villa bring on Duran, the crowd's going fucking mental. We bring on Xerxes, I'm here going, oh, he's shit. No, he's not. Not shit, but he's not what we needed. Why is Xerxes not on?
I think have they waited for the free kick to be taken?
Oh.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins there.
Oh,
Skies it over.
Watkins.
So I presume they'll make the change now. I think they were waiting for that. Is it Rashford off, yeah?
Is it? Don't know, is it? Maybe he's sat back down.
Yeah, Marcus coming off for Xerxes.
Right.
And sorry,
Anthony.
Marcus coming off for Anthony.
What did I
Hoyland off for Xerxes.
what did I fucking say about Anthony? I
We're
told
not
you.
winning this game now.
What did I say? At half time. Said he's coming on. Said he's for one last roll of the dice. I'm mad sat there going, what the fuck do I have to do to get on that page? Anthony will get, what are we on? 20 minutes now? 25 minutes? Fucking bizarre.
Rashford not even acknowledging Ten Hag there.
It's done. We're watching history. We're watching Ten Hag's final game.
I don't think that's played into his thinking there about him getting sent off.
Do you not think?
He's
Why is
desperate that, like, of all the games he needs to win.
I don't know what it is with him and Rashford. I don't know. I think he's been weird with him this season, to be honest with you. I don't get why he dropped in for the Palace game.
I think this has been a long time coming. Maybe
Ah.
it's like the cracks have been there through last season.
I don't know. I thought it was weird
Oh.
taking him off at half time against.
Yeah, the half time
Porto.
is bizarre.
And then the comments afterwards, I thought were overly harsh. Like I don't know. I'm always, wanting to see Marcus get back to the levels we've seen, and I think there's been signs that he could be getting there this season, but it seems to be undermined by just this weird rotation. Callum says Rashford and Ten Hag always had beef. I don't think they always did, especially that first season. I certainly don't think it's gone well recently. We'll see.
Oh,
anyway,
trouble.
maybe it's he's a genius and he's got it right.
Trouble.
Lewis Clark says Hoyland again with another terrible performance, but seems to get away with it. Michael says I want to see Anthony do a.
It's not going out there, Bruno.
A 360. Anthony over Ahmad. What the fuck, says Xander Z. Yeah, I would have put Ahmad on before Anthony.
I would have.
Lucas Van Wingarden says Rashford had to come off. He's on a yellow and got his final warning already. It only makes sense.
I don't know if...
I mean, those things did happen. I don't know whether that's why it took him off, but that did happen.
Are they arguing?
Oh. Like Ten Hag's justifying a decision to Van Nistelrooy.
Never really seen that before. What language do you think they're arguing in?
Welsh. John Bamford says Studio is clueless. He didn't need a win today. He needs not to lose. Now he needs fresh legs. Him and Marcus are fine. Stop with the stupidity. Apologies.
Not apologise.
What?
He called you stupid.
No, I'm saying sorry. We've let him down.
Fuck him.
I worry about you sometimes. Steve Rasmussen says free kick. Come on, Ericsson. Oh shit! Sorry, I think we're behind.
Did you really just read that out?
No, we've got a free kick.
I thought you read. You got to read it out. It's a super chat.
No, yeah, super chat. You got to read it out. Look, Matty Cash, who is shit, by the way.
Right.
We'll die on that hill.
Is it about Ericsson?
Fingers tell me Ericsson might be taking it.
No, sorry. I'm not going to read anymore.
Fingers crossed.
Hey. It's so annoying that they've not really been great, Villa, but neither have we. We just not really got at him.
Nah, look.
I think we could have got at him a little bit more because I don't really rate. I don't keep going on about it, but I fucking don't rate him at all. We've not really run at him.
Who do you not rate?
Matty Cash. I
Matty
know
Cash.
I don't say much about it. It was mad because he went to the World Cup with Poland, didn't he? And then they dropped him for the Euros. Bruno Fernandes, I think.
Where did Ericsson come from?
I think he was suggesting like Ericsson.
Right.
I don't think he was saying like that was the thing. Go on, Bruno. Silence the critics. Go on, son. What we're saying? Where's his free kick going? Scotty?
Over the bar.
Over the bar, Joseph.
I think it's going straight in.
Straight in the goal.
Straight in the
Straight
fucking
into the wall.
goal.
I'll go the wall then if you're going the goal and you're going over the bar.
Straight in.
No, I think it goes straight into Emi Martinez's hands.
I like that. Counter, they go up 1-0. Great. Come on. I think this is going in, you know.
Right, okay. Let's see. I hope you're right, obviously. Oh!
I was right.
Oh!
I was right.
Wow, what did you say?
I said over the bar.
We didn't go over the bar.
Didn't go
Hit the
fucking
bar.
over the bar. Hit the
That's what-
bar.
How can you say you were right?
Hit the bar. If anything, I'm closer.
What's this? What you on about?
No.
I said it'll go straight in.
But it didn't.
No.
Yeah, but you said go over the bar.
Right.
And it didn't.
No one was right.
Right, let's see what part of the bar it is. The top half.
No, it doesn't.
Ah.
Straight in the bar, that.
The best and only chance of the game.
Anthony
really.
with the follow-up went wide, by the way, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, there's a shock. Fucking hell. That would have been mint now as well.
Oh, it would have been great.
Martin's like Bruno's not been great, we can admit that, but he's been having a lot of grief as well. Just to fucking see him bang one in there.
He's still got some. He's still got quality behind.
Yeah, I love Bruno. I'm just saying it would have been good to see him get a bang that in. Slick Vic says Anthony missed an open goal, by the way. Yeah, we saw that. We saw that bit of it. If I'm going to be kind,
Is it a
if I'm going to
proper
be kind,
open
I'm
goal?
going to say it was like some distance and he's only just come on. If I'm going to be kind. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
What? I am.
Nothing.
I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? Go on, Maney.
Ooh. Get a bit feisty in the middle of the pitch.
Go on, lads. Have it.
What time are we on?
Almost the 70th minute. Oh, it's a good free kick as well.
It's a great
Fucking
free
hell. When's the last time he scored a free kick, Bruno?
That Liverpool game 3
I was
years
going to say,
ago.
was it that? That was fucking ages ago. Jesus. Villa now into our box. No, that's terrible. All day long.
All day long.
They've not been great, have they, Aston Villa?
No,
to be
not
fair.
at all.
Right, let's be honest.
Unfortunate for us.
Bailey Pinder says Martial was better than Xerxes. Declan Laird says Mainoo looks like he's carrying an injury at FFS. Connor Watts says Bruno has wasted his career at United.
That's fucking...
Wow. Do you disagree?
Do I think he wasted his career at United?
He's
No.
won a FA Cup and a Carabao Cup.
I think you got to remember when we were linked with him.
Nobody was having him.
Spurs were linked with him.
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, nobody was having him.
Yeah,
Right.
they've not fucking
Right.
gone
That's
on.
apparently one of the reasons
They've
we
not
got
gone
him
on
when we
to
did.
fucking...
So I don't know.
Oh!
He could have been playing for Big Ange.
Here
now.
we go.
Well, I think there was rumours
Here
as
we
well
go.
of, the Scousers as
There
well.
we go.
But I don't know how serious those rumours were.
It's a brand new signing there. Fresh legs. Going against an attacking lineup. We've been on for 70 minutes. And he fumbled it.
Why do you like Xerxes, Joe?
I don't dislike him. I just think we didn't need him.
Right, okay.
I don't think he's the type of player that has improved Manchester United.
Fair enough. I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because he's obviously got a lot of qualities. It's just we need goals. I don't know if he's that guy. I don't know if we've got the wingers alongside him to get those goals.
Well,
either.
Hoyland's supposed to be the goal machine, isn't it? Or Rashford.
Here we go. Come on.
But are they getting? Is he getting?
Oh!
If we had a proper striker with a big name, would they get the service? Like, would a Haaland score as many for United as he does for City?
Probably not, but I think he'd get goals still because he's that good. And also, don't forget, Xerxes had chances.
Oh yeah.
He's had a lot of chances where he's been one-on-one and he's fluffed these lines.
Yeah.
So, like, and also, look at those 2 chances against the Scousers. I think Haaland buries either of them two.
Yeah. Southampton as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think, I'm not saying, I don't think Erling Haaland gets as many goals for United as he does for City, 'cause obviously the service he's getting, but he'd definitely get a few. Diego Carlos even on that.
Should have brought some snacks or something.
Yeah, I'm a bit hungry, me,
Yeah.
What I for breakfast? Potato cakes. You ever had potato cakes?
Have you ever had potato cakes? Yeah.
I was just a for breakfast. I'm a bit hungry now. What are you going for tea?
Don't know,
Spag bol, I think.
Oh,
it's
delicious.
not technically spag, it's like just pasta thing, and, bolognese, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Pasta shells and bolognese, I think that's what's on the menu.
I made like a sardine and rice Scotch bonnet stew last night.
Oh,
so I might have
nice.
that.
Nice, good stuff. What are you having?
No idea yet.
It's what I mean.
No idea.
Do you cook you at home? Do you do the cooking?
Often.
Yeah?
Often, yeah.
I bet
So
are you messy as well? Just leave all
Yeah,
the
loads
shit.
of
God.
pans everywhere.
I've seen the BBC studios after you've been in them.
Wow. Feels like there's an underlying bit of annoyance there.
I'm cleaning those studios.
Feels like there was a bit of...
I'm clean.
Go in and put your feet down. It's like walking on wrappers.
Oh, man. Do you know what, actually? You are a scruffy twat.
I'm not fucking
You are.
Oh, you and Sloppy
Mate,
Joe.
I found something in here the other day and I was like, what is this? And it was something you'd been eating.
Fuck off!
And
yeah.
Ethan went, oh, that was Joe McGrath. I was like,
What was it? Because an M&M.
yeah, there was M&Ms all over the floor.
So there was M&M. Hold on. There was M&Ms on the floor.
Yes, that I picked up.
And where about?
Because I've got now better to do than pick up M&Ms on me when I come in work.
Was it in the middle? Because Ronnie was. In
Oh,
the
look, he's like, oh, mate, hey, try to throw Ronnie under the bus.
Fuck.
Hey,
Ethan grassing you up there, man.
Do you know what I mean? All I'm gonna say is that I can only go off the information I'm given. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm just going off what I was told, and I was told that was Joe McGrath. That those are the words that were given to me. Yeah, and I have no reasons to doubt.
I mean, the facts are brought in blue M&Ms, but we all fucking enjoyed them. So it doesn't
M&M game.
Why am I the one who
listen, we'll get CSI on it.
Why have you not brought M&Ms?
We'll go over the cameras.
Panicking.
We'll see.
Was it just a lone M&M?
I think there was 2 in total.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's trouble.
there was a hair on it, so I could have got it analysed by the lab, but they're backed up with other stuff. Who's going to take this now? Villa have got a free kick. How many yards out would you say it is? 20 yards out. Have you not got any snacks there, you lot? Hey.
I can see a pack of Haribos. Cheeky, gone on the days used to share snacks, didn't we?
You need to put stuff out in the future.
What?
Like a
Was it
spread.
a spread or something?
Pineapple and sausage and cheese.
Yeah, I
and
will.
sticks.
I'll work on that.
Pineapple.
It's
You
just
know, that-
eating on
that's
eating on a stream is all.
Yeah, we'll just, not too many left. There's fucking loads.
Yeah,
Well enough
there's
here.
enough there for us. Joe want Scotty.
Yeah, man.
Joe don't like him.
Yeah, leave them on the floor. I'll pick them up tomorrow.
No, I will.
Give us a cheddar. Oh, you fucker. Where have all these gone?
I only have one.
I'll take this cherry. There's a cola bottle kicking about there.
Oh, there's two there. Do you want one, Scotty?
No, I got two before.
Lads, do you want the last two? Sorry, I know it sounds.
Keep it going just in case I get injury time.
You go with it.
I'll have it if it's going.
Right, this game has been shit. Come on. Come on, United. Do it for Erik.
That's the infused. They've not done it for Erik for fucking 2 and a bit years.
Now, now's the time. They've been waiting, patiently
Shut up
waiting.
now.
Oh, wow.
Go on, Anthony. Yeah, this is it. He's going to save him. Anthony's going to go great ball there, out wide. Anthony, have a dig.
Oh.
Fuck off with that, for starters, right? That did not warrant a... Oh! It was a glorified pass back. Hey, even Emi Martinez in his showmanship era didn't bother to punch that over. He just caught it.
Not that fucking bad, was it?
It was floated in as well. Like it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't.
It wasn't terrible.
It was like.
They didn't need the noise.
Yeah. Hey, go on. We've got him on the ropes here. Go on. Go on, you have him. Go on, Anthony.
Go on,
my
Anthony.
son.
Referee.
Yes.
Oh, we've started again. This is it. I can feel a 1-0 here.
Ryan Pitt says it was decent for Anthony. It was all right. I just didn't think it was like, is it going to go in? Do you know what I mean? Didn't get that vibe from it.
Oh. God, I spend a lot of time on the fucking ball. Get up. If the referee's not going to give it, get fucking up.
Oh, that touch was terrible.
Oh, that was shocking. That Garnacho's giveaway
Bad
there.
at football sometimes. Get back.
Loads of space to run into now.
Patrick in the super chat says Joe M and Scotty work well together. J, you goat. Oh, thank you. It's a super chat. You got to read it out. Pretend we don't exist as maybe Garnacho's worst game for us.
Has anyone had a good game? Has anyone stood out?
Johnny Evans.
Yeah, maybe. It's been average, hasn't it, from both sides?
Yeah. Don't think Johnny Evans done anything wrong. I don't think anyone's been amazing.
No.
But like you say, it's been a bit average from both teams. Feels like
They
a
love
weird
a good
game.
wrestle, don't they, in the box?
They do, don't they? It's Johnny Evans there having a little bit of
I'd always stay still, me, until the last second.
Is it Rogers and Evans? You getting involved for you dickhead? Fuck off. Pau Torres giving it a big one.
He's one we were linked with for years.
Yeah. Was it Villarreal?
Villarreal,
Yeah.
What do you think he's saying?
I don't know. I think he's saying pack it in.
Could I have you seen anything that would suggest to keep Erik in his job? You're asking.
Not really, no. It's not been the greatest.
Why would you like the
79
opinion
minutes.
that this game could have?
Well, I
Could have
think
been
we all
something.
thought a 3-0 battering of Villa with great Erik ten Hag style of play
Yeah.
may give you a little headache, but no, it feels like it's done. But I weirdly don't think it is.
Do you not?
Something about it.
Fair enough.
I don't think if they draw, I don't think that they'll be as quick to pull the trigger or under as much pressure to pull the trigger.
Okay.
I think we might still be our Erik ten Hag.
Do you reckon?
I don't want that to be the case.
I don't want it to be the case, but there's something
Right,
in
but
the
you
air.
think this could actually save his job?
I wonder if INEOS are just like they don't want to seem to have
Do you want to try and save face?
try and
They're
save
not-
face a little bit. 7
Right.
games in.
Okay.
Sacking him straight away. Is that what they want to do? This was their decision to keep him, to give him that extension.
But if you look at
Also, they're going to have to go between the tail between the legs now and go and speak to Tuchel and go, oh.
The way they'll spin it, INEOS, is the...
Go on, Garnacho.
They'll put the blame on the fans.
Well, no...
No, they go, you wanted it.
That gets everyone on board.
You wanted it, didn't you?
And now look, the fans.
When did Barada start?
Was it 31st of July?
Yeah. When did Ashworth start?
Dan Ashworth, I can't remember. It was a bit later, wasn't it? Was it Dan Ashworth? We had all that shenanigans with Newcastle.
So if you and they're the two people who are overseeing the managerial appointment. If you're INEOS and you want to put a PR spin on it, you say like, okay, well, when Erik was kept into a job, it wasn't any of our decision. Okay. Although they probably will have been consulted on the back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they'll say he wasn't our guy, and that decision was made. That's how I'd spin it.
Yeah. No, that could work because wasn't it Dan Ashworth that wasn't allowed to be in any communication? He was on gardening leave. And
Barada as well.
Barada as well. I think they're both so they're both under contract at other clubs.
So they'll say, well, we didn't decide to keep him, so therefore it's easier for us to.
Chris Andrews says they won't sack if we draw. Jamu Bantu says, or Juma Bantu, sorry, says Garnacho's decision making has been amateurish. Ahmed Kamal says all combo of United forward line are utter trash. Hit that like button, please, people. Come on, we haven't got to 1,000 likes. Over 3,000 people watching. Hit the like button. Someone else had a comment that I really like. I've lost it. Where is it?
Well, good looking we all
are.
No.
Oh, it just.
Scotty is the god of that.
Fuck off. Who does it say that?
On there, my mum.
Yip Yap says feels like an end of season game with nothing to play for.
It feels like an end of season. We're 7 games into this Premier League campaign and we feel like we're just winding down. What's that saying? The players are on the beach already. They're on the beach already.
Yeah. On the beach already. On the beach already in October. Right. Let's write this season off. Don't worry. Let's focus on the next one.
We did that in September.
Matt says I like your haircut, Jay. Thank you. Adam Kenny says I think 0-0 keeps his job.
I do, you know. I really thought this might be Ten Hag's last game, but something over the last 70 minutes has just made me think,
That's because you're tired, Joe.
Yeah, I am a bit tired.
Mainu's hurt. Mainu's limping.
Mainu's limping?
Mainu's limping. Need to get him off.
Who for? Oh, I suppose we've got a new signing on the bench called Ugarte.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Or Casemiro. You've got options.
Why is he still on then?
He looks like he's in a bit of trouble there, Kobe Mainu.
Oh. Cleared by Johnny. Look at this.
Des Jones says Xerxes doing me head in. I love that saying, mate. Doing my head in.
Doing my head in.
I love saying that. Yeah, you're doing my head in.
Cash.
Matty Cash.
Matty Cash. Cash. Oh.
Dave Taylor says, did you watch the overlap? Schmeichel and Keane shaking hands, having a brew together. If Keano can, is there hope for you, Jay? Listen, I'm over the whole Schmeichel thing. I've said my piece now. No, leave him to it. And I did respect the fact he was digging out the Etihad atmosphere the other day, which coming from a City legend must have hurt. That's all I'm going to say. Villa are making a change, and so are United. United are bringing on Casemiro. Ugarte is obviously impressing everyone then.
Yeah, Ugarte, great money, well spent. Yeah, let's sack all the cleaners and let's sack all the fucking thingy, but let's spend £50 million on a
Main's limping a little bit. I hope he's okay. I hope it's nothing serious. Kobe Mainu for Casemiro, and then Villa have brought on someone who I'll find out in a minute. Lucas Digne has gone off for... Who's he gone off for? Sorry? Maatsen. Maatsen's come on for Villa.
Well, they're going for it, aren't they? And we're just sort of... shutting up shop a little bit. You know.
Top boy says Xerxes, absolutely shocking. Drag him off now.
Oh, I mean...
I think there's a player there. I think he got worked out to use it.
And I think if we don't...
And also, it's early doors, isn't it? Right.
And we can't blame Xerxes for being in this situation. You get asked to join Man United, you get a fucking great contract.
But that's the same thing you could say with Anthony, though, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
Like, he's not good enough, but he's not going to say, Nah, lads. You know, you can get someone better than me. I don't want that job.
Yeah, especially when United went, we'll pay 80
Yeah,
million
yeah,
pounds
we'll
to
pay
you
you
as
4
well.
times your wages.
Do you know
You're on
what?
the
Yeah, the
fucking-
wages thing rattled.
Like
me.
as if
It's
he wasn't going to go,
not his
I'd
fault
just
for
take
that.
double.
Yeah, like if you get offered the money, you're going to take it. aren't you?
Do you what do you think into the signings being made above Ten Hag's head, because that was supposedly different this summer, wasn't it, compared to previous? But yeah, we do have another Dutch player.
Well, 3 that he knows, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, was it Mazraoui played with him and De Ligt, and then obviously Xerxes Dutch as well.
Yeah, so regardless of the links that Ten Hag has with these new players, are you buying into the belief that the new system was that the board were going to be in control of signing? No.
No, you'd think that Dan Ashworth and Wilcox would have some sort of say. Otherwise, what are they? What they're doing?
What are they doing?
Well, that's what Sir Jim Ratcliffe said when he goes, they've not been in, like, you can count how long they've been there in weeks.
Yeah.
And that felt like a precursor. So they're like, well, when they've taken stock about how shit Ten Hag is.
Because that interview that Jim Ratcliffe that you're mentioning there that he gave to the Beeb.
The sailing?
Yeah, the regatta or whatever it is.
Regatta.
He spoke to Dan Roan, and he wasn't like, he didn't throw Erik ten Hag under the bus as such, but he didn't exactly back him. It felt a bit like, who's that? Is that Lindelof? Lindelof's.
The answer he should have given was that's a question that should be asked to the people that are charging him. Not, I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that and then give an answer.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair.
I think he's a very good coach, but
I think he enjoys being interviewed.
He loves it. It's the complete opposite to the Glazers.
Yeah.
And there's not many owners like that who just quite go out there and do some media podcasts now and again.
Musician 47 says, have you boys watched Brassic? I'm a bit late to the party. Have you?
No. My mate's in it though.
Steve
Everts is the farmer.
Yeah, I watched the first season, but I didn't really get stuck into it.
I just presumed it was very shameless for us that grew up in the noughties.
I've heard it's alright. Like,
no, it's got good reviews and stuff. I know everybody watches it, absolutely loves it.
I've been watching that Slow Horses. Have you seen that?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
love it. It's class. I love Gary Oldman in it.
Yeah, he's fucking great in it.
Have you been watching Penguin?
Penguin?
The Penguin.
No, I've not seen it.
Oh, mate, that's mint.
Is it good?
Yeah, really good. FB F1 Sports says, ref had a terrible games, almost as bad as Xerxes has been this season, especially when it comes to shooting.
So what's up with the ref here now? Is he... Oh, he's got something up with him.
He's got his transistor radio.
Yeah, he's currently listening to Capital.
C. Joe James John says, Fergie deserves better. Chris Andrews says, big last 4+ minutes this. Sort of getting towards the end of this game now. Bailey Pinder says, this is a joke. I'll name this podcast later. Someone plugged the ref's brain in, for fuck's sake. Sir Alex Ferguson is annoyed, says EUV2. Hey. Mustafa Diallo says, not going to lie, I'm done with Erik ten Hag. Artie by Ron says, you lot seen The Batman?
The Batman?
Yeah, that's the one with Robert Pattinson in it.
It's good, that film. I thought it was good. Have you seen it?
I like Christian Bale's Batman, and that was enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it. I went to cinema to see it. It was decent.
Fuck me, they got a technician on site. Poor kids getting booed. You can't watch. If you're not watching the game, there's a technician running the pitch to help with the referee's parks, and the fucking fans are booing him. Poor kid's mid-20s, shitting himself probably.
So we're just waiting for the referee to get his transistor radio sorted out.
He's Britney Spears, Mike. What happens now if they go, the text broke? What happens?
Old school.
Injury time. Refs arsing about time. Fucking hell. 7 minutes added time.
7 minutes. Wow.
Well, it's just changed to 6.
6 minutes.
It definitely said 7 a minute ago on the scoreboard.
This could be the last 6 minutes of Erik ten Hag's Manchester United career.
And if it stays 0-0, do you think that'll be the case, Scotty?
Yeah, I think so. I
Do you think it's done?
I think so, because I think there's still a season salvageable, and I'm not too sure how convinced I am that he will
4 minutes. Is there still a lot going on this?
make us progress.
Villa Park are going wild.
Progress in Europe. The flip side is, though, if he does keep his job, the other side of international.
Villa Park are going wild, and it just shots about 4 people just like that. Fucking hell.
It's no wonder they take so long with a VAR decision, isn't it? 40 minutes to change an armband. Tits.
I do feel so. Sometimes feel sorry for refs. Sometimes.
No.
As in, like, you kind of do need a ref. The game couldn't just
get
be
in the
carnage,
way. I reckon
could
it'd be
it?
well better without a ref. Football without a ref. Every sport without a ref would be so much better.
Fucking hell, imagine.
Yeah, it'd be
Mate,
brilliant.
just sort it out amongst yourselves.
Yeah. You get 30 seconds like they
We'd
do
just get
NHL.
fucking bullied, wouldn't we? Hey. Tielemans crossing it in.
Just be our luck that after that long delay.
I mean, it'd be fitting if there was a last minute winner for Villa, wouldn't it? As horrible as that would be.
Well then. Come on. Big finish here for United. Get a goal. Ten Hag to 2026.
I mean, even that they didn't give him a real big contract. They just give him an extra year.
Oh, yeah.
That was tough.
And it was sort of already part of his contract deal,
anyway,
wasn't it?
yeah, they just have triggered it.
Ooh.
Oh, don't you dare start playing football now.
Oh!
Fucking hell.
Genie,
That
they
was it then,
should have
Stallone there
scored.
with a big
That was it.
block.
They should have scored. One thing I do like about Delo is whenever he does a save like that, he loves a high five. He'll go to every player. Oh my God, delay.
Fucking hell, I thought that was it then.
He should have scored. Oh, he got his back. It's like
It's
magic.
his back.
It literally was a perfect opportunity for them then.
Still a chance.
Still a chance. Corner.
Oh.
Come on.
Come on,
Still
United.
a chance for
Last minute winner.
United.
Come on.
Garnacho here. Is that Bruno through the
Come
middle
on.
as well?
Look at each other.
Could
Yes.
be on here.
Yes.
Could be on.
Come
Could be
on.
on.
Oh, fuck off.
There's Jay's mate, Matty Cash to the rest.
Matty Cash. Cash
Fucking-
is shit.
He was straight at him.
What have you got against Matty Cash?
He's shit. I fucking hate him.
That's harsh, man.
Oh, it was straight at him.
He knew fuck all about that.
What's he done to you?
He's just a shit player, man. It just
He's
doesn't
been-
wind
he's
me
been
up for some
booked in.
reason.
Ross Barkley's been booked. Thoughts on that?
Don't care. To be honest.
Right, we got a corner here. Xerxes, get on the fucking head now. Delay it. Go on. Big heads. Big heads. Didn't beat the first man. Come on, we got another corner here. Big head.
Come on. Let's get a winner here. Fucking hell. That'd be a massive result. Oh, fucking hell.
Thought something was happening then.
90 seconds left. How's Johnny Evans still on the pitch, man?
I don't know, man.
Johnny Evans'
He's-
winner would have been fucking mint.
Johnny Evans has got man of the match.
Johnny Evans deserves it, man. You asked before, he's probably our best player. I fucking thought it was probably him. Don't put a foot
Mad.
wrong, really, has he? And like all the sort of noise before the game was, can he handle Ollie Watkins? Can he handle Duran or whoever? Can he handle whoever else they've got? Is it Rogers, the other kid? And he's done well. And let's have it right. It's not like you're going to pick an attacker.
I'd say Matty Cash, me.
Yeah, you
Matty
would,
Cash
don't
had a
you?
great
What would you say, Scott?
Yeah, Matty Cash for me.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Oh, trouble. Smacked him in the head then,
It's a
didn't
bit
they?
harsh, isn't it?
Ooh. We can launch it forward, will we? Probably
Come on.
not.
Come on, United.
Come on. Big finish. Final minutes for Ten Hag, maybe. Pumping us all to the corner there. Nothing. Cool. Oh, it's nice. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, crap. Is that in? Still in? Oh. What a boring game, really.
Yeah, it's not the best.
This is up there or down there, one of the shittest games of football I've had to watch.
What was that?
It's so bad.
What was that? Everything. Players just look shite.
Can I just blow the whistle out of mercy now?
No, I think the ref's gonna have a few more minutes for his outfit change that he did. Oh.
They're going to score, aren't they?
John Evans just got man of the match. That's gonna be awkward.
Do you remember that with Garnacho last season at Chelsea?
Oh. Shit.
We'll say that.
We're both as
Over.
bad as each other today. They've been shy as well.
Shit.
Fucking hell. Emery's fuming on the touchline, and he's going mad.
Just a bit of a nothing result in it, really.
Yeah. Ref gonna blow or is he...
There
Right,
you go.
done.
Ooh. There you go. 0-0. Forgettable game. What does that mean for Manchester United? What does it mean for Erik ten Hag? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I don't really think it means a lot. I think this is worst. Is that our worst start to a season ever? Is that under? Yeah, great. Or under Erik ten Hag, or maybe ever. I'm not sure. We'll look into that one. We're going to be back with the review in a minute. So stick around. This link will send you to the review, and then we'll get into all the sort of post-match analysis and everything. Loads of people in the comments. Worst start ever. Lol. Ten Hag out. We're 5 points above relegation zone. This can Bobby Lake said he's gone. See ya. Should have been 10 minutes added on, says George Coleman. Pretend we don't exist, says awful pass by Garnacho. That could have won the game. A big thank you to I Am Me, who gifted 50 memberships, of course. That was fantastic. If you're not, I don't know if there's any of them left, and they might all be gone. But big thank you to you guys for joining me.
Cheers.
Joe McGrath and Scotty as well. You know what to find out. Scotty on Scotty and Moy, Joe McGrath on Sloppy Joe's podcast. Let me just make sure I've not missed any chats out. I don't think I have. Boyo said, oh yeah, I think I read that one. This has got Anthony winner written all over it. Unfortunately, it didn't have a winner written all over it. But the weird thing is, right, 0-0 Aston Villa isn't the end of the world, but in the context of the start of the season, it's not what we needed. We needed something a little bit more emphatic. We didn't get it. Where does that leave Erik ten Hag? We'll get into all that in the review. That's been Scotty. That's been Joe McGrath. I'm Jay. Thanks for watching.